Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Oh, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Shot Big Man. If you're new to the channel, this is a road 10K subs, man. Without further ado, let's get into it. I know it's been a little minute since I did a little stream, so here's a little thing, whatever. The GBI investigates officer involved in Cobb County. I've done this short a couple times. You guys might have seen it earlier this week. If you haven't seen the short, here's the full video version of it. Cobb County, Georgia, May 27th. That was what, Wednesday this week? If it's the 31st on Sunday, yeah, that was Wednesday, the 27th. So this past Wednesday, at the request of the County Police Department, the CCPD, GBI agents are investigating an officer involved in Cobb County, Georgia. Cortez Eatmon, 25 of Alabama, was hit and unalived during the incident. No officers were injured. Preliminary information indicates that on Wednesday at about 2 p.m. Eastern, a department store employee contacted the Cobb County Police Department to report a shoplifting incident at Town Center Mall in Kennesaw. As CCPD officers arrived on the scene, they observed a man matching the description provided by the caller, later identified as Eatmon, walking across the mall parking lot. When officers attempted to make contact with Eatmon, he ran away from the officers. An officer gave verbal commands for Eatmon to stop running, but Eatmon refused to comply. Another officer then attempted to tase Eatmon multiple times, but was unsuccessful. Officers continued to give verbal commands until Eatmon produced a weapon and an officer towards Eatmon. Officers immediately rendered aid to Eatmon, and he was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Eatmon's body will be taken to the Cobb County Medical's examiner office for an autopsy. The GBI will conduct an independent investigation. Once the investigation is complete, it will be given to Cobb County District Attorney's Office for review. So that's the GBI's, the police kind of first initial report, the official facts and stuff. Here is the video from the eyewitness that I saw.
My lunch break, and I was eating. I'm just sitting in my car listening to music, and I see this guy running, and these officers have fatally shot this black man. I'm not aware of what happened, but still, I see they are trying to revive him, but they shot him like probably 6 to 8 times, and now it's been like 10-15 minutes, and you can see his body is limp. He's been gone, and the ambulance is still not here. It's been like 15 minutes. But it's like, what, about 5 police cars on the scene because they keep trying to revive him knowing that he's gone. Sitting here at my lunch break, and I was...
So there it is. That's the video right there of the eyewitness. And there's some other videos from other angles of people just crying, people going crazy. And here is a statement from a friend of Cortez. Her name is Ayana Ivory. And she says, Cortez Eatmon. Hold on, let me see if I can see it. There we go. We'll do it like this. Dang, boy. What going on? I can't believe I'm making this post. No way you checked out like this, man. I'm so devastated. I really am. We grew up together like brothers and sisters. You know this thing hitting different. You know this is hitting different. When you move, I stayed checking up on you like I was your mama, LOL. I probably got on your nerves texting you, but I just wanted to make sure you were good, just like you would do to me. Get your rest. We love you forever. Please keep his parents and the rest of the family in your prayers. So there you have it. 25 years old. Like I said, he was a JUCO, standout JUCO star in the country, one of the top prospects for JUCO in the early 2020s. He ends up committing to Mississippi State. He didn't play at Mississippi State. And the last I saw online, I'm trying to get this glare out the way. And the last I saw online was that he played for West Florida in 2022. I probably need to adjust the angle because the angle is like bothering me with this light glare and stuff. Let me see if I can switch this thing over here. Hold on. It's probably gonna drop the sound for a second, but I'll figure it out. But I need to figure this out. But all in all, for a 25-year-old to lose his life over allegedly shoplifting at a mall is absolutely ridiculous. Of course, the initial report says that he, showed a weapon. I don't know how true that is, and even if it was, the eyewitness says that he was hit 6 to 8 times. Like, was that necessary? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Same situation with Linton Blackwell B. Green over there in Atlanta on the Atlanta side of things and stuff like that. It's just crazy. I think he was B. Green was hit what, like 14 times, or it was something very, very crazy. Like, he was hit a lot of times in the back. And so I don't know, these things just always get me, and I don't ever get used to it. Cobb County, it is background information. This is the mall that I grew up going to when I was in high school. I went to this mall. Across the street from this mall, I went to get my prom suit, my prom tux. Uh, got pulled over by police a couple times on Barrett Parkway. The main street where the mall is and stuff like that. As a high schooler, what else with this? And then Cobb County police, they have a bad reputation. Obviously, kind of people in Atlanta have the acronym "Come on, Black Boy." That's what Cobb stands for. It's my home county. And a few years ago, probably like around the time of the Kaepernick situation, because there was these cheerleaders. Kennesaw 5. I did a story on them at Kennesaw State University. It was cheerleaders kneeling for the national anthem. And Kennesaw in Cobb County, as I said, is known as like a traditionally, like, historically white area. So, like, those people were not happy about those cheerleaders kneeling, bro, during the national anthem. Anyways, so I'm doing a story on them, and it was 5 black cheerleaders, by the way. So I'm doing a story on them, and I was just talking about how a Cobb County officer was like put on suspension at the time because he made a joke, and he got caught on dash cam making a joke where he did a traffic stop with a white lady, and the white lady said she was nervous. And he said, "Oh, you have nothing to be nervous about. Didn't you hear? We only unalive black people." And that was Cobb County. So like that's just kind of the culture around there, like, at least historically. Of course, you can say, "Oh, that you can't hold that against us," like what we used to do. But unfortunately, what you guys used to do, like, did happen, and it's just the kind of reputation you're going to continue to carry. And I think this is going to be another kind of mark that people are going to have on it. Whether or not this becomes a national, I'm not really necessarily concerned about that. I would love for it to get attention and for people to march for justice and do what they have to do. But this is just pointing out these specific things. Linton B. Green, Blackwell, what I'm saying? This situation, Jimmy Atchison, these stories, and the fact that B. Green and Jimmy Atchison were cousins, what I'm saying? These stories need to be told just so people know that it's still happening. Because a lot of people probably think that it's not happening anymore because nobody's talking about it. Target isn't promising any more initiatives or any more money to donate to the Black community. We aren't getting, a full paragraph statement from IKEA talking about how Black people have historically been overlooked, and they're gonna give all 20% off furniture for colored people in the month of June for Black Music Month and Juneteenth. Like, we aren't hearing that anymore. Like, we're not seeing that, we're not hearing that. And by that, you would think that this is something, because this week in particular, around the end of May, I believe this was Memorial Day weekend in 2020. Obviously, in 2026, Memorial Day weekend was a whole week ago. But in 2020, I believe Memorial Day was around like the final weekend of May. And, Memorial Day weekend is when the whole George Floyd situation happened. Nothing was ever the same. The world stopped. The United States stopped for sure. And everybody was kind of divided. Oh, not even kind of, like, extremely divided on that entire situation. That, along with Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery, kind of got people just. You guys were there 6 years ago. Like, it was chaos. It was kind of like history, like watching the history books, and it was Black people being frustrated with how they were being treated in America, mixed with just a lot of people in general being frustrated with being on lockdown for 2 to 3 months and being stuck in their houses trapped in their houses. I know people say Atlanta never closed or the South never closed, but for the most part, people were just tired of being in their houses, and they went out and they protested and they marched with their mask on, and it was just a lot going on. It was a crazy time, and 6 years later, all of those things, all of those initiatives have been moved. 6 years later, you might see a post every now and then that says it's been 6 years since George Floyd left this earth, and people just kind of like might click like and move on. I'm only doing these stories to let people know that it's still happening today. And it's one thing to say that it's still happening today, and that's another thing to show that it's still happening today. This was a person. This was a human being. This was a 25-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? A young man that didn't even get to see the age of 30 years old. His life mattered. Linton Bree Green Blackwell didn't get to see 50 years old. His life mattered. He has a pair of young twin daughters who will grow up now without their father due to the hands of which could be, it might be, allegedly, potentially, he's being accused of he might have had something against him. It might have been personal. It might have been jealous, whatever the case might have been. But since he had that badge on and that uniform on, and he had a history of being aggressive with Atlanta residents and everything, you know what I'm saying? His life is over. For getting in an argument, getting kicked out of a bar, his life is over. This kid right here, Cortez Eatmon, 25 years old. His life is over because he was allegedly shoplifting from the mall. The store in the mall, the department store in the mall didn't have insurance. It's not just numbers. It's not, 5 black people were in a by police officers in Atlanta, in Metro Atlanta. It's not that. These are people. It's important to let people know, or just these people have existed, bro. Like I said, he had offers from. Hold on, let me show this. Let me pull this up. He had offers from all these SEC schools, Colorado and Maryland and UAB. He ends up going to Mississippi State, committed to Mississippi State, never played for them, went to West Florida, but a very standout, highly touted JUCO prospect in the early 2020s. That's all I wanted to say, man. And then also, let's get into the year. So obviously he had more shots. I think the thing we're looking at now, if we there, is mental health. Mental health with former athletes and current athletes, right? In college. When you look at Eric Gilbert, a kid, once again from my hometown, Marietta, Georgia, or went to school in Marietta, my high school, my alma mater. It's on the cover of Sports Illustrated with page. Here we go. Hold on. Page. He was on the page in high school. Eric Gilbert, a few years later, he was supposed to be, they calling him Baby Gronk. That's what they were calling him in high school. He was the next big thing. A few years later, man, he goes to college, transfers to a couple places, and he's on the news for this, bro. He's on the news for this, dog. That's what he's on the news for. Hold on. I clicked the wrong thing. He's on the news for this. Trying to break into a smoke shop. And he's going from college to college. He went to like Nebraska. He played for Georgia for a little bit. He started at LSU. He went to Florida for a little bit. Went to Savannah State. I think he's still trying to play college football, but this has been his career. This has been his life completely derailed. He was supposed to be Baby Gronk. He was supposed to be guaranteed to make it to the NFL. When he won the National Gatorade Player of the Year, Athlete Player of the Year, Matt Ryan presented it to him, right? And because he was still with the Falcons at the time. and he was taller than Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan was like, "Oh, he looks like he could play in the NFL right now." He's like, "I'm waiting for him." He was a National Player of the Year, any sport for all boys in high school in America. And his career has been derailed years to be just health issues, whether it was laced drugs or whatever the case might have been. Saying got him off his rocker, but you see here, and it's just sad, bro. It's sad to see these kids who are obviously talented and stuff like have these kind of situations happen and kind of their mental health slowly deteriorate. I think we need to continue to do more for these athletes and let them know their worth. Keep their minds busy. Let them know early on that they are more than sports. Human beings, they matter. Exist. They matter whether or not they win or lose the game. Mental health is so important with these kids, and that was the last thing I wanted to say, man. That's the last thing I wanted to say in this situation, bro. Because it's just a story you see far. Brandon Clark, you know what I'm saying? They say the initial autopsy was a potential OD, right? Reportedly. That's what it was, reportedly. And then in the month before that, he was arrested for, possession. And then he didn't play most of this past season. And now Brandon Clark's gone before his 30th birthday. We see the mental health decline happen so quickly with these athletes. And we just have to make sure that we instill in them that they matter beyond what they do on the field or court. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna take a little intermission right now to readjust just because the glare in the back is really bothering me, and we'll keep this thing going. All right, bet. I like this better, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I know it might be distracting with the Roku in the back, but we gonna do it like that, dog. The little light right here that was blinding me, like you couldn't even see my face. I look like an unlocked character or whatever. I'm like, nah, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. Let's go to the next thing, shall we? Kennedy Carter allegedly dissing AZ Fudd. Dang, AZ really showed her up. I know she was laughing at all that trash talk and did. Becky benched her because AZ ate her up so bad. And then someone said, Cap, LMAO. And she said, leave her be. It be your own people. Oh, that's why they're here. Money is exactly what it is. Oh, and the people she roots for wouldn't even do anything to help her. Oh, by the way, I don't need any help. My coins are good. Uh-oh. She just said, I miss my old life. Leave her be. Not to mention, I made her ankle touch the ground, but y'all can holler at me when my leash is off too. It's completely unfair, even though statistically violence is not even close. She said, Ayo, chill. The real ones know. She said, I miss my old life. Oh, man. That's crazy. She's averaging 20 points a game, like they said on a dynasty team, on a championship level team, bro. Yeah, she averaging 20 points. But she said, but she just tweeted something. She was like, I appreciate all the real ones who've been defending me and stuff like that. She's still averaging 19 points a game, bro. She averaging 20. Coming off the bench. Kennedy, you different. Holly's still my favorite point guard. For sure. Just in case y'all were wondering. It's been that way from her draft. Took a hard fall, getting beat up, but I'll be okay. Thanks for the well wishes. So there you have it. There you have it. So that was the initial thing, right? People kind of nerd. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is as a bookmark. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but you have like little situations like this, and they kind of stack up, and then it turns into like a big situation, and then you're like, oh, when did that happen? Oh, you keep like bookmarks of little things that happen from here and there. Because Asia Wilson, she like this. Hand on the ball. So what's her point? That's great sportsmanship. She said, however, you need to make that who you are. Going on a rant about a Ricky with a huge brand who literally smiles and hugs her opponents and has never talked trash, wouldn't even give a slight selly, doesn't help showcase his side of who you are, which is the brand that you need to promote to help your pockets. You're incredibly gifted. Stay out of your own way. And Asia Wilson like that. So that like really turned things up. If it gets tense in Vegas, we shall see. But I think, when you get Kennedy Carter, you get the best scoring guard in the league. And it's like, when you get Kennedy Carter, I don't know. I'm not even gonna continue that. Y'all keep going because I don't know what happened in Chicago. Nobody said anything. Like it was some rumors, but we didn't hear anything for real. I felt like Atlanta's the only situation where we heard something for real, of what happened. So yeah, there's that. Caleb Gordon and No Big Deal. They went back and forth. These are two Christian rappers. For those of you who don't know, No Big Deal is a pretty good rapper, bro. Like a lyrical dude, but he's a vet in the Christian hip hop space. Caleb Gordon is a younger hip hop rapper. He's probably been relevant like majority of the 2020s. And fun fact, he grew up with the dude who's on SNL, the black guy who's like, I like rocks. So yeah, No Big Deal tells Caleb Gordon to repent. And he said, this is the most prideful, egotistical, ignorant take. This is embarrassing. You're letting your haughtiness run wild and got nothing to do with Jesus. Regardless or if your fans gas this type of behavior or not, you need to repent. I think he said, yo, Christian artists, can we please be original? Can we please be original hip-hop artists? Like, y'all always trying to sound like somebody else. He was just talking about the art, but he said it had nothing to do with Jesus. I don't think he's talking about Jesus. I think he's talking about the music. But let me watch the actual thing. So here we go. We're going to proper Excel. Oh, hold on. My bad. I forgot I need to reshare. We sitting here watching a quiet video. My fault, y'all. Let me reshare real quick. It's actually kind of a hard backdrop with the little Roku. Hard backdrop. Let me see. Okay. Let's go. All right.
Mastered it long enough to where it turns into his own thing. Y'all be trying to be like, be original. Bruh, I just started Christian rapping in 2020. Talking about some be original. I just started making music. I wasn't making music my whole life. Problem is, y'all are like 58 and y'all been making music y'all whole lives and your music's not doing anything. And you're talking about some you be original. You've been doing it for 50 years. Maybe when I've done it that long, I'll make some original stuff. But if not, I'm in my learning process. Problem is that off my drafts of me learning, I've had some success from it. Problem is, a lot of y'all off y'all original, trying to be original work, or when y'all were, it just wasn't good.
I ain't gonna lie. I see exactly what No Big Deal talking about. At first, I thought No Big Deal was tripping. This is pretty egotistical, bruh. And like, bruh, he talking his talk. Like, that's all Caleb, bruh. And CHH is an act of love. When you're doing something purely like directly for Christ and you have Christ Christian tag on it, like it's literally about, you know what I'm saying? It's about God. Like it ain't about you. Like you've made the decision to go Christian rap. You could have been a secular rapper who brings up Christ every now and again, and then you could be a Christian. It's a difference. You chose Christian rap. So because of that, you publicly dedicated your career to Christ and being Christ-like. This ain't Christ-like. And you might be, oh, that's unfair standard. Kanye don't have to live up to the, Kanye didn't enter in the world in the whole rap thing as a Christian rapper. Yes, Jesus Walks was his first big hit, but he ain't say, hey, I'm a Christian rapper, y'all, the CHH. Put me and Lecrae in a room together. He cussing on Jesus all walks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Caleb, you tripping. And I only say you tripping because, like, as a Christian rapper and as a Christian in general, because, like, here's another conversation. If you call yourself a Christian, we do live up to different standards than the rest of the world. Be weary. What's the line say? Other ways on the road. And I know that that's an ironic person to reference talking about Christ, you know, because she had the whole altar, the whole mini altar. She worshiping the little figurines with the little seance candles, you know what I'm saying? That's his own thing, the voodoo, you know what I'm saying? That's his own thing. Hey, keep that over there, but yeah, man. Yeah, this is what I want to say on that, bro. Like, I see where Buddy coming from, and Buddy, I mean, no big deal. I see where he's coming from, bro. That was in my opinion, an egotistical response, bro. All right, I mean, and like the comment said, why does everybody have a problem with? He said everything he said is pure facts. Is not what you say, is how you say it. Like I said, I made a whole video response to the comment that was like, this was a bad interview. You kept cutting her off. And it's like, I worked so hard for this. We got out there, it started raining. And as soon as we moved like the whole setup and just had her on the camera instead of me on camera, and like I kept following up with her to even set up the interview, and I didn't even think she was gonna show up, and she did. And like my car is like, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? All these sacrifices. And I uploaded it so swiftly. Like I stayed up real late to the point of exhaustion the night before. I finished it and uploaded it while I'm at a whole nother gig. None of this stuff is my actual full-time job at the moment, right? Like, but I'm at the dream game uploading it. And just to have somebody say it's a bad interview. And she gave me so many messages afterwards, that person I actually interviewed was like, it's a good interview. So that really hurt my feelings. But somebody else came, and it was like a couple days ago, and they said, yo, this is a great interview, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not going to lie. You did kind of cut her off at a couple of points. However, still, I think your overall mission of getting her portrayed in a different light than what we usually see on the internet was fulfilled, and I think you did a great job of facilitating that. And I said, I appreciate that so much. It's not what she said that hurt my feelings. It's how she said it. It's also a plain bad interview. We don't care about you. You kept cutting her off. Versus, hey, good interview. You did do this. Da-da-da-da. What Caleb Gordon is saying here is it's old heads in the space telling us to be more original. But at the same time, you have to look at our predecessors, the old heads, the OGs, the vets in the game. I feel like y'all aren't making like the most, like I haven't heard anything groundbreaking or original in Christian hip hop, period. Like when you listen to Tyler Creator, you hear something that you probably never heard before with rap. When you listen to even Playboi Carti, who is, it feels like he's everything but a public Satanist, right? Like a full-on devil worshiper, right? That Joker come out with a new album. Each album sound different than the last. He came out like this. What? Chopper don't miss a what? He got the song with Uno the Activist. What? Huh? What? He just doing that for 3 minutes. He come back a couple years later. He talking about something. I take my shirt off and out. I said, hold on, who did this? A whole different person. Kanye West. He come out the first time with the samples. Yeah. He come out the next time with some strings and a choir. They said you can't make no song without a sample. That's what Cat Williams said on Wildin' Out. Kanye West changed his whole style, bro. went with a whole orchestra for late registration. Then he came back. He was working on another album. Nope. He dropped Graduation, right? Another classic. Then he working on another album. He get his heart broke. He scratched that album. He created a whole nother one. With Kid Cudi, thank you very much. 808s on Heartbreak. I'm gonna drop a whole album singing. I can't even sing. Auto-tune the whole thing. Then he comes back a couple years later. Good Friday drops. And I was listening to Thriller today, right? I was listening to Thriller today. I said, bruh, each one of these songs are like major hits. And you might be like, duh, Rashad is Thriller. But it was 10 songs and it was to the point. It wasn't all about the transitions and stuff like that. They were all, each song lived in its own world. There were no skits, no interludes, but you think about the movies, the mini movies, aka the music videos from each song, each moment. Like when you hear Billie Jean, you think of Motown 25, you think of him walking, the music video where he's walking and he's lighting up wherever he steps, and that being the first music video of a black artist on MTV. You're thinking about all that stuff when you hear Billie Jean. When you think of Beat It, you think of the little dance. You're thinking that dance, right? When you hear Thriller, you're thinking of this dance. You're thinking of the whole music video. You know what I'm saying? The most famous music video ever. When you hear, you know what I'm saying? You can go down the list of all of these songs and moments that he created, but there are no interludes. The music speaks for itself. It stands alone on the actual album. And that's what makes Thriller Thriller. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the closest thing that will get to a thriller in a rap form. It's like 10 songs. It's kind of succinct to the point. Each song lives in its world. It's not necessarily like the craziest transitions. There is one skit, especially that's like prolonged, that's very annoying to me. I'm not gonna lie. I do like Who Would Survive in America. I do like that. Who Would Survive in America? I like that part. But the Yeezy taught me. Oh, Yeezy taught you well with Chris Rock. Like, I felt like that was a little too, it was drawn out, bro. I'm like, goodness gracious. If you want to just listen to the album, you can't just have a regular listen. You got to sit through that whole thing. Go get up and press the skip button. But I do think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the closest thing in rap that will get to a thriller type of album in history. I'm saying all this to say, like, Kanye West changed the sound every album. Michael Jackson changed the sound every album. Invincible doesn't sound like, you know what I'm saying, I Want You Back or ABC, bro. So where is that innovation in the Christian hip hop space? I hear 1K Few. Few is hard. He does sound like other trap artists. I do think it is different with Few because Few can like actually lyrically rap, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate saying lyrical because Marco Plus don't like the term. He's like the most lyrical guy. But Few can actually, like, he has flow and he be saying something and he has bars. He just has the like kind of melodic auto-tune for the sake of making a good song. And I'm saying all that to say, like, I guess he could kind of maybe coexist as someone original. I know my boy Emmanuel the Prophet. I love my boy, but he does sound just like just a prototypical Midwestern, you know what I'm saying, rapper, Detroit rapper. With that being said, I love hearing a Christian version of Detroit rap. I love hearing a Christian version of Atlanta rap, from whether that be 4-4 True, whether that be 1K Few, whether that be who am I thinking about? Lil Tony, you know what I'm saying? All these kids. Was the other kid name that Tony just did the song with? Cam or something like that. Shout out to him. I was put on by him, by the homie up in Philly and stuff like that. Salute. It's always love. Shout out to Philly, Roots Picnic. Anyways, I'm saying all this, bro, to say there has been no groundbreaking sound broken in Christian hip hop. In the secular world, I feel like we get a different sound pretty often. We haven't really received that in Christian hip hop yet. It's just kind of like healthy alternatives to mainstream fast food. That's what it's been so far. And I enjoy that, but he's got a point. Shout out my brother up in Chicago too. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He's got brother Larry and Marv. That's his name. Marv is he the one, bro, for sure. Shout out Marv. Shout out Chicago. But I mean, what he said it was true. It's how he said it of like, I had success on just my demos. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just started. Y'all 58. Why don't y'all do it? Y'all been making this music for 50 years. Y'all ain't touch half the success that I've touched. Like, that's crazy. How you say it, not what you say, how you say it. All right, next scene, bro. Next scene. Vibe is coming back. Vibe is coming back, baby. Vibe is coming back. I might just get me the first edition just cause, bro. I know the first edition gonna go crazy. I think I'm sorry, y'all. I think what like a lot of magazines should do, bro, especially like, dang, I never knew Michael B. Jordan was on the cover of Vibe. But I think what a lot of magazines should do for nostalgia purposes, maybe release like one print edition of a magazine like a year or once every 5 years or something like that, right? And you release it because it's like print might be quote unquote dead, but people are still going to want physical media for the sake of memories. People still going to want physical media for the sake of like the experience of going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm back home where I have in one of these drawers, you know what I'm saying, the final edition, print edition of the AJC, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, my hometown newspaper, you know what I'm saying, or my major metropolitan hometown newspaper. And that stuff means something, bro. So I'll say this for Vibe, bro, and anybody, any historic, the source, anybody. If y'all want to do something like this, I think y'all can cash in a lot on nostalgia. Nostalgia is big. Can't put out a print product every month. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be long-term, you know what I'm saying, kind of beneficial business product. But you can put out a joint like once a year. You can put out one once a year or once every couple years or once every anniversary. And it's going to sell like hotcakes. Gonna need y'all to go all in and not disappoint for real hip-hop fans. Some people were like, is all the writers going to be AI because they like laid off everyone, and they said, they said, is this real or AI? And they said real. They said, I know it better not be Jay-Z. They don't want Jay on the cover. Jigga, who? Isn't it like, what y'all think about Jay-Z, bro? Like, this ain't a knock on Jay-Z. Shouts out to Jay-Z and everything he's doing, right? I don't want it to be like, oh, Illuminati, you just trying to tear down the black man. You ain't got $1 billion. You just stream, man, to two peoples, man. Like, I don't want to be Jay's next bar. I'm just saying, isn't it kind of crazy? This man was adjacent to R. Kelly. He was adjacent to Diddy. And he say he don't have no affiliation with any of these dudes when they got rare cases. And he the only dude you see that has an album with R. Kelly. And it's like Puff's best friend publicly. And as soon as Puff gets locked up, he says, oh, Jay-Z ain't got nothing to do with Puff. That was a fake industry friendship. He don't know Puff at all. I said, oh, that's crazy. I think if anything that Freestyle told you, if anything, the whole situation about him, you know what I'm saying, that alleged, ain't that whole situation, right? Jay just telling you, bro, like, I'm not a trustworthy person. Don't trust me, bro. I ain't a trustworthy person. I like the fact that at least Jay said it. So, yeah. Anyways, I do think that's an interesting thing that he kind of gets away with that. Like, how do you get away with that? It'd be people like Drewski, who've been with Diddy like one time on Revolt a couple of years ago. And every time Drewski does something, they make Diddy jokes. But Jay-Z can do a whole rebrand, all on Back Outside, do the Roots picnic, do the interview with Fraser Phillips, you know what I'm saying, or with Fraser Thorpe, come back a couple months later and do the 20-year Blueprint edition or 30-year Blueprint anniversary concert, 2 nights in Yankee Stadium in July. Ain't that kind of crazy? It's like, bro, don't you have Diddy allegations? So you just want us to forget this R. Kelly collab album? Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't know. I think his rebrand is kind of crazy. Did they rehire all the black journalists they laid off to relaunch the print edition? Or let me see if they said anything. Oh, you should have said. He said negative. John said money grab. Still unemployed, so no. I'm so sorry, Maya. I hope you get a job soon. Someone hire Maya. I'm gonna click on her page, put her page in the description. Y'all make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying? In LA? Oh no, you can't be no unemployed in LA. It's like $20 to walk on grass in LA. It's $20 to walk on grass in LA, man. Hope things turn out for you sooner than later. Let's go to this Gil situation.
Let's go to the channel, not the show. There's a channel. I think you know. I think people usually purposely not hear. I think I said this like a couple months ago that my contract is up this year, and then after my contract's up, I will own the name of my show. I thought I said that, and I think they purposely nobody wanted to listen. I did 50-50 ownerships to get the foundation because I had no idea what it took to run shows. So now I understand how to run shows. So I don't need, I don't need to do 50-50s no more. That's it. There's nothing, it's called growth.
All right, so we saw that in shorts. Watch the short if you haven't watched it. This is some stuff I haven't seen in this long.
So now I got to fight all these battles because you got everybody saying all this nonsense about what's going on, and we have yet to talk about it.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, there's some things you just don't need to talk about, or it might be in your contract you just can't talk about, right? Either one works for me because the not saying stuff gets everybody talking. Y'all remember Michael Jackson didn't talk about shit for 10 years. When he did Thriller one all the way, he ain't say nothing. It make you speculate out there. Did I get fired on my day off? Is Nick them some sellout brothers from another mother? We don't know. We don't know. All we know is I got a lot of time in myself right now, right? And I'm chilling. That's all we know right now.
So he said he don't know about Nick. So Nick came out and he explained.
Don't cause no more giver. Hey, if you trying to get in contact with me, it's business, man. They said you can't call me no more, man. So look, if you trying to call me, email me. And just email me from now on, brother. They said anybody that answers your phone call, their ass is through. I said through as in the what? Done for the day? No, they done for. I said who is Gilbert? Who the fuck is Gilbert? Sellout brothers on the next Jerry Springer. Sellout brothers on the next.
This man Nick is crazy, dog.
Jerry Springer show. And I for sure sold out. Oh man, I sold all the way out. Hey, I was like, fuck Gilbert. I stopped the nigga at the door. He tried to come in his own house while I was recording. I said, hey, this is a place of business. Don't bring that gun shit over. All right, I'm gonna stop. Hey, but email me though, man. If you been, I gotta screen your calls because I gotta let them know we ain't friends no more. The kids like, where Uncle Gil? I said, hey, niggas, there ain't no Uncle Gil no more. You fucking up the money, nice, Nick. Say who is that next time you say. Hey, Gil. That nigga Gil was like, all right, well, I'm out of here then. Come on, Nick. I look like, come on, Nick. What the fuck? That nigga Gil said, all right, if I'm done, all right, we out this bitch. Come on, Nick, let's go. We gonna start our own shit. I said, wait, what the fuck? Come on, Nick. They looked at me. I said, yeah, 360, so acting like I didn't know what was going on. I thought, hey, you know when a nigga look in the phone, acting for nothing. I just started looking on my phone. He said, come on, nigga. I said, all right, I'll meet you outside, in fact, man. I'll be right there. Let me use the bathroom. That nigga went out the door. I locked the door behind him and said, all right, man, I got to get this money. I locked the nigga out his own door. Hey, that was the code.
Bro, Nick tripping, dog. He said, I got kids to feed. He said, sellout boys. Yeah, that's something. Watch people gonna take Swaggy seriously when he's obviously trolling. Being rich and choosing a company over your boy after your boy is the only reason you got put on and some low stuff. Y'all supposed to ride with him. Instead, you guys stole the show. Nigga got to be the funniest dude. If he wasn't in the league, he'd be a hilarious stand-up. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, people talking about he trolling. He ain't leave the show. Nick ain't leave the show. He trolling. He ain't leave the show. He up there. Welcome to the arena with Skip Bayless. He up there, right up there with them. Or he calls out Steven Jackson, man.
Big Goofy, where you at, Big Goofy? You don't got none of that smoke with nobody else, Big Goofy. Big Goofy. That white man disrespected who you claim to be your brother, and you ain't got no smoke. Oh, you cool with Kevin Hart. You cool with Ye. You cool with everybody. But when it's a black man, but you ain't got no smoke for that white man. You want all the smoke. Remember, all the smoke. But you ain't got, you want a little bit of smoke. Goofy, you're disappointing me. And I got your back. Because that joke wasn't good. That was not it. That was not it. But Goofy, you said nothing. You let us all down, Goofy. Big Goofy. Now it's on you, Big Goofy. No. We want you to have all the smoke. Not just a little bit. Goofy.
Context for those of you who don't know who are coming in blindly. Kevin Hart recently hosted his roast on Netflix during the Netflix Comedians Weekend or whatever it was called, right? And a white comedian went up there and he made a joke about George Floyd. And Kevin Hart just laughed at it. He didn't say anything. People followed up and they were like, why didn't you check the white comedian for making a joke about George Floyd? He kind of danced around the question. He didn't really answer it. And so he said, why would Steven Jackson have, smoke for Kanye West saying something about George Floyd? Lil Yachty saying something about George Floyd? Anybody black saying anything about George Floyd? But as soon as a white man made a joke about it in front of a lot of millions and millions of people on Netflix and social media, because the clip resurfaced and stuff and went viral, why don't you have this smoke for him? That's all Nori was asking, to give you guys the context of what's going on here. So Steven Jackson actually responded, and here's what he said.
Nah, so I know y'all gonna come in because I know y'all want, I'm gonna give it to y'all real. So Kev did reach out to me. I've been knowing Kev a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Kev a long time. And it kind of came off as he made it sound like I agreed with the bullshit. I agreed with the bullshit of the roast. No, I did not. I didn't agree with the joke. When he called me, he was basically calling me out of respect as friends. And basically, I cut him off. I know what a roast is. I understand what a roast is. I watch him. I love him. I watch him. I love comedy. I love Kevin. I'm a fan of Kevin. That's my homeboy. I've been knowing him a long time. But the only thing I wanted to express to Kev was it's a lot of people like me that's under the old law that I would never laugh at no joke about dead people. Anytime somebody demeans the dead, it turns my stomach because it's the lowest thing you can do. When they made the jokes about his family, that shit wasn't funny to me either, because it shows that you're not as talented as you are when you got to pick on people that can't defend themselves. right? So for me, I just let him know that he just had to understand that that ain't everybody's flavor. Everybody don't laugh at that shit because some of us still have morals. I still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I still open doors for people. You know what I'm saying? I still respect my elders. So joking on anybody, Charlie Kirk, anybody. And Charlie Kirk talked about George Floyd. But I would never laugh at somebody talking about somebody that got killed or somebody that's not here, bro. So demeaning the dead at any point, at any time is never funny to me, regardless who it is. You know what I'm saying? And I had to let him know that. Am I mad at him? No, I ain't mad at him. He didn't say it. I sent a DM to the motherfucker who said it, directed dead at him. Kevin didn't say it. I understand business. I understand what he had going on. I didn't expect Kev to jump up there and say, no. I don't expect people to take up for me. You know what I'm saying? That's just not realistic. You got to be grown. You got to be realistic. I understand he was at a roast, so that wasn't Kevin's place to jump up there and say, no, you can't say that. They said all kind of shit, bro. But my hate is directed strictly at who said it. Kev, my boy, get your money, Kev. I'm glad you was number one, all that shit, bro. I ain't mad at Kev. And I appreciate him calling me. You know what I'm saying? Because if Gianna ever called me for an explanation or why, I want to have an explanation. So that's my only thing. I ain't mad at him. I ain't doing all the other shit. Like, I'm speaking for me, too. I'm speaking for me. I don't speak for Georgie family. I don't speak for them because I don't really know none of them. You know what I'm saying? I met some of them during this time, but I really don't know none of them. The only person I know that's kin to him is Wu and his sisters. And y'all don't know his sisters. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? They really out there. They really in the streets. And I love them to death. That's the ones I know. So, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's just, I don't do shit for clout. I ain't get out there and jump and say Kevin Hart name. I ain't do all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I directly straight at the nigga who said the joke, point blank. And if they joke on somebody, my worst enemy, if I see somebody, which I don't have no enemies, but if I had an enemy and somebody joked on somebody dead in his family, I wouldn't co-sign that because I'm too solid. I don't understand that, bro. I don't understand it.
George Floyd said he didn't want to jump up there and say, George Floyd, geez, Louise. Oh, my goodness. Steven Jackson said he didn't want to get up there and say, oh, Kev, mind you, he said, I ain't in it for clout. I ain't in it for da-da-da-da. I ain't going to jump up to everybody that say something about my brother, that say something about my twin. I ain't going to do that.
Man, I'm so out the way, man, trying to mind my business. Y'all see the type of big shit we got going on and shit we doing, man. I'm making changes in my life. I'm doing the right thing. I'm winning. I'm just trying not to pay attention to you idiots, man. But, like, it's just hard, bro. Like, Lil Yachty, bro. You've been whack, my nigga. But you think you saying George Floyd name and trying to use his name in the bar that's gonna make people like your whack ass music, my nigga? That shit weak. Y'all the only era that feel like demeaning the dead and saying that shit is cool, my nigga. It ain't. And it's me and the whole Third Ward and the whole Houston, Texas riding behind G, man. Don't ever say his name, bro. None of y'all knew G. Nothing about him. But y'all want to say his name for clout. Put a knee up on his neck. I do joke. That's some weak ass shit, Yachty. But let somebody die in your family. We gonna do a whole skit about it and see how funny it is, bro. Cut that shit out, man. It's only you whack Sambo ass niggas that do shit like that. Stop the.
So this is the type of energy that Steven Jackson, you seen it, has for black people. This is what Nori was talking about. Now he's saying, man, I did what I did. I went to him. I DM'd him. No, why'd you DM him? Instead of making a public post like you did for Lil Yachty and like you did for every single black person, Kanye West. We can go down. There's a reason why Nori said what he said. Nori said what he said because he's been doing this for years. It's been 6 years since George Floyd passed. God rest his soul. For the past 6 years, every single black person who has said something about George Floyd publicly that had any type of level of relevance or fame, Steven Jackson came out immediately and shut it down. He ain't say nothing about the white comedian until Nori called him out. It's just a fact. And then to say I DM'd him, I don't do it for clout. The public don't need to know nothing about it. Well, this is what you've been doing for the past 6 years with every black person that done said something about it. So it's just, it's just pointing out the hypocrisy of like actually what's been going on. There's 5 more minutes in this. I'll just play just for the plot, man. I'm gonna just play for the plot. I'm gonna go on mute.
Why you got to pick on somebody that's not here to demean them? You know what I'm saying? So like, we got a great understanding, man. That's my boy. I ain't mad at him. Like I said, I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for nobody else. I won't care if it continue to win. That's my dog. Actually, we got something we doing with him coming up that we already had on the calendar we was doing anyway. So people just want him to be accountable. But like, yeah, it was on his show, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I understand the outrage. And I'm not mad. Shit, I feel y'all. But I'm mad at the motherfucker who said the joke the same way. I am. But I'll never be mad at Kev. I get it. We got to understand. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? We able to talk. See, this is a thing too. This would, and I know y'all will understand this. Why would I be mad at Kev, somebody that came to Georgie's funeral that supported the family? Why would I be mad at him when there's people who out here right now saying stuff about George Floyd every day? You should die. You and him should die. His daughter should die. Like, it's people out here that's really saying it, that really feel that way. Why would I turn that negative energy to my brother? Like I said, he didn't say it, so nah. And that's what they want. That's what they want. They want to knock a black man off the throne, bro. Nah, I'm cool, Kev. I appreciate the call. You didn't say the joke. You know what I'm saying? It was very distasteful, and I directed my problems dead at the guy. You know what I'm saying? That shit wouldn't happen on nothing I got going on. Nah, demeaning the dead is the weakest thing ever. I don't do that. And you know, and this the crazy part. When shit like this happen, every time this happen, it's always a cloud chaser or internet cloud chaser that come out the next couple days. Yeah, fuck George Floyd, to try to get more, you know, cloud. Like, this is shit crazy, bro. These people ain't got no talent, can't do nothing on their own, off their own athleticism, talent, brains, you know what I'm saying? So they feel like they can try to ride a wave on demeaning people. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. But I didn't laugh at the joke about his people. None of that shit was funny, bro. None of that shit was funny. But me and Kev ain't got no problem, bro. And no, I did not say the joke was cool or I agreed with it. I don't know where that came from. I ain't never said that. But I don't have a problem with my brother. Yeah, you know, I didn't agree with this stuff. He was saying stuff about George Floyd, but even though I didn't agree with the person, I gained nothing for talking about him while he's passed and how he died. I gained nothing from that. I don't want to die like that. I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not God. That's the problem. Too many people want to play God. You know what I'm saying? Just stay over there. Just stay over there, bro. I see right through people. Dog. Hey, man, any disrespect to George Floyd, I'm going to stand in front of it 10 toes for the rest of my life, bro. So, and they should know that by now. You know what I'm saying? I don't disrespect nobody. No dead people. That ain't in me. My mama didn't raise me like that. I ain't got that in me, bro.
Yeah, he had to redirect him to say no dead people. Because he definitely disrespects some folks, including Kwame Brown.
My heart too big. I do too much for people. To turn around and demean the dead. Nah. I ain't the perfect Muslim, but I'm still Muslim. You know, I smoke and do my thing, but I'm still Muslim. I'd rather be an imperfect Muslim than not a Muslim at all. You feel me? So, yeah, I don't appreciate demeaning the dead in no form. You are a weak individual if you got to demean dead people, bro. Point blank.
Holding a blunt in one hand and telling the world that you're a Muslim in the other is crazy. Crazy. Next thing, man. Next. Deon Cole on Cheyenne Bryant. She's not a doctor. She just plays one on TV.
What's up, y'all? I got something I want to say. Normally, I don't talk about stuff that's going on in the news, give my opinions on anything. But today, I want to. I want to today. Everyone's getting on Dr. Cheyenne about her degrees and all this other stuff, and now her swimsuit post, and everybody's like, "Oh, up in this uproar," But what I want to say about that is, what you so angry for? Y'all made her. You made her. You made her who she is. All her millions of followers, her #1 book selling book, her trips on her yacht and all of that. You all paid for that. You made her. There's one thing that I do know that Black people do. You build people up and you tear them down. You all are masters at that. You build them up and then you tear them down. And some people, it's too late.
Everybody does that.
Late to tear them down. You can't tear them down. They won't let you. They're going to use what you got against you. And it's too late. So, in this situation, you created her. You made her. You gave her the attention. You gave her everything she needed. And now she's living and doing her thing. So, there's nothing you can do about it. So stop complaining. Stop complaining. You all are masters at it. Building somebody up and tearing them down. Here you go again. So stop complaining. You made her. All right? Just lay back and enjoy the show. I am. All right. Have a good day, everybody.
I'm on for people calling out fake doctors if they fake doctors. If you found out someone was a fake doctor and they keep going around on shows acting as an expert because they are a quote unquote doctor, bro, I think you have every single right to continue to say, hey, you're not a real doctor. My personal opinion. I do hear what Deon's saying with the tearing down and building up. Lupe, Fiasco talking about the difference between a course and a hook.
And so they're all kind of impingent and connected in this weird network and field. Yeah. So that's summer research. That's what it looks like. These are some of the materials for it, amongst other things. Juice box. You know what time it is. If you don't know, now you know. Juice box. So yeah, so that's what I do. I know some people want me to hey, is your course open to the public? It's not. Is your course online? It's not. Can I come sit in on a class? You can't. Will you teach this at other schools? I won't, because I haven't got offered to teach at other schools. But is there a way to kind of bring people into it, in a public way, to give them maybe a little peek inside of what my other job is, which is being a professor, and some of the things that you do. So there you have it. Right? Any questions or comments or concerns? How do courses and hooks differ? So anything could be a hook. A hook is just something that catches you, right? So a lot of hooks are ad libs. Or a lot of hooks are those signature sayings of an artist. That's the hook. And that hook is so strong. I mean, it grabs you so tightly that people survive just on their hooks. That's the power of a hook. So, it's a jingle. It's a radio jingle. It's I'm loving it, right? It's all these things where you might not even eat McDonald's, right? But you'll take that hook of I'm loving it, written by Pusha T, I think, a rapper. And you'll start to apply that to other things. You'll basically start painting the world with that McDonald's jingle, either as an act of rebellion or as an act of subversion or something like that, or just, it's just a part of your kind of muscle memory. That's just one example. So there's tons that goes back to things like dead metaphors and dead idioms and stuff like that, where it's just these things that are just in the milieu that take up a considerable amount of our deployed language, right? So a lot of what we say on a daily basis might just be these jingles and hooks, right? So you just go through social media, how much cap is a hook? The word cap, like that's cap, or on God, on phoneme, on such and such. You could just have a whole thing of just on phoneme, right? And that's enough no matter what you say. If you're doing this kind of inclusio where you're beginning and ending with on phoneme, it doesn't even fucking matter what you say in between, which is why something like mumble rap kind of works. Again, because mumble rap is just so tonally and melodically slurred, like it's very blurry if we had to give it a visualization, but it's capped off with all of this kind of hook and slang and stuff like that. Again, so when you think of like a hook, it could be anywhere, where a chorus specifically is something that's repeated in a very particular section of a record. It's not just kind of randomly thrown in, like you're not like 7-bar verses with a chorus and then you come back. You could do that, but it's normally 16 bars or 8 bars in the chorus. And the chorus repeats the main idea and reinforces the main idea of the song. And the main idea is something that's somewhat spelled out. It's not just like a catchphrase or like a shock. It is actually like sentences, right? Which hopefully spell out the goal or the main conceit or the main idea, the main direction of a song or what have you. So a chorus is different. And then also, if you want to talk about technically, structurally, a chorus would be layered, right? So it's like of a choir and a chorus, so multiple voices. So you think would be multiple voices versus like your main vocal, which would be like a single track, but you could do a doublet. So you think of like a chorus as a doublet or a triplet, whereas a verse might be a single with certain reinforcements and ad-libs here and there. So again, a chorus is more structural songwriting element, kind of standardized. They could be somewhat asymmetrical in terms of their structure, but normally they're in the same place in every song. Choruses are where the choruses are. Whereas hooks can be all over the place. Hook could be at the beginning. Think of a producer tag. A producer tag is a hook. Like, take key, fuck these niggas up, right? That's a hook. That's a hook. There's some choruses that can be hooks, but not all choruses are hooks, right? You could just have choruses that never hook. They never catch. They're just there to, again, to do the function of reinforcing the main idea of the record. Whereas a hook itself might outweigh the verses, the beat. In some cases, the beat might be the hook, if you want to look at it that way. Where you don't care what the artist is saying, you don't care what the main idea of the song is, you're just more in tune with kind of this hook. And then if you take that structure of chorus and hook, you can apply that, again, text-wide. Text semiotically is everything versus just books, written word. And you apply the concept of hooks to the rest of the world. So you think of there's hook in architecture. There's certain cars that have a hook to them. They have something that appeals to you in a certain way, which like the Cybertruck is a hook, right? It's a really good hook, right? Is it a good chorus? I don't think everybody's in on it, but as a hook, oh man, it's there. You can't escape it. It's driving down the street. You're gonna look at it. You're gonna have an opinion and a perspective on it, but it's a hook. So you think of certain house structures, Jordans are hooks. Do they have a utility? Do they have a function beyond just catching your attention? No, you could say that like it does, but it's, Jordans are kind of dead metaphors in that way. They're a dead idiom because you're not playing basketball. The majority of people, the majority of Jordans in the world will never touch a basketball court. And vice versa. Hiking shoes that'll never touch a mountain, or like, North Face jackets that'll never go to the North Face, right? But they serve a certain function, but maybe not the function that they're intended to. So they kind of become hooks in that way, where a hook doesn't necessarily need to have a utility. Its sole utility is just to catch your attention.
Yeah, shout out to Lupe for describing that. I don't think Pusha T wrote "Ba Da Ba 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 I'm Loving It." I do know Pusha T wrote a diss song to from Arby's to McDonald's. So let me see. Hold on. Did Pusha T write McDonald's jingle? He co-wrote the McDonald's jingle in 2003. However, he sold his publishing rights for a one-time flat fee of $500,000 and no longer receives ongoing. What? He wrote ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it. What? Bruh, Clips wrote ba da ba ba ba, but Justin Timberlake was paid $6 million to sign it. He missed out. Oh my goodness, bro. Jeez Louise. Yeah, because I know he did. So that's why Arby's picked him for. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Wow. Like, because I knew there was a reason why Arby's picked him for the McDonald's thing. And it wasn't just because of the Drake diss. Because it was a diss track, but it was a diss to McDonald's because like they had his money. He was mad about it. Wow. Arby's with the 4-dimensional rap genius. All right. Anyways, one of my favorite hooks right now, as I just learned from Lupe Fiasco, I would say is I love Coop's producer tag. Like I love to interview Coop at some point this summer, catch up with him. But the whole the Coop. Like I remember the last Snooty album, the one with the the little Hook 'em Home is like an arch, and like Coop produced the whole thing. So every song I was listening to the album, driving from Cleveland to Akron in Ohio, going to the LeBron James Museum and going to Akron just in general. And the whole time it was just like Coop, every song. But in this one in particular, like a new song, it's Suave's You Don't Know Me. Do it just like Tip, dog. You don't know me. And the sounds on that. But like at the beginning, it goes. And then you hear the car going right before the like beat dropping when Suave comes in. That's a Coop. Brothers wanna pop it, dog. Gotta show me. Like, I just love that, bro. That whole sequence. Like, just that intro by itself makes me want to listen to the song at the beginning of the song over and over and over. Like Lupe said, that is a hook. So shouts out to all the hooks. I thought hooks were just like choruses. I think most people did, but shout out to Lupe for breaking that down. I thought that was cool. No. Pusha T ain't right. We had the meats. He wrote a diss song to McDonald's from Arby's. But he did write ba da ba ba. Apparently he wrote ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it, which is insane. T Banks versus Melt. This was from tonight.
How old are you? 21. 21? How old are you? Because you know a lot of booze. You 19? You heard that? Yo, what? Yeah, I'm that. You 19? No, she told me over there. What do you think about that? Yeah, that's my favorite number. What? It's some 19-year-old girls you plan on making. Yeah. To me, it looks good. Okay. 20-year-olds that I'm hitting. What? What, nigga? What you gonna say? Say I can't fuck him?
What's up with this villain arc?
24.
What's up with this villain arc?
No, 20 is fine. Yeah, at first. So 19, 20. Yeah, you're 20 years grown ass.
Yeah, why are you trying to do 18, 19? That's teen.
He said 18.
That's teen, but 18 is still the same as 19.
No, it's not. 19 is 19, 18 is 18, 20 is 20. Do you talking to an 8-year-old? Boom. Tati Chanel is then, bro. It was a point in time where I was 23 and Tati Chanel was 19. For me to say, "Oh no, I'm not hitting," nigga, I would be lying to you, nigga. The fuck? But even if you lying, it's probably best to lie on camera. No, it's not. It's best to tell the truth.
It's his boy
said it's best to lie on camera. It's weird not hearing his like voice. That's hilarious. It's best to lie on camera. I think it's best to tell the truth. If you rocking with them youngins, you should own up to it so people know, like, oh yeah, he rock with the youngins.
Exactly. She is bad. And she bad as fuck.
So you say you would hit an 18-year-old?
Huh?
You're saying you would talk to an 18-year-old?
No, I wouldn't talk.
You would hit?
Yes.
What? Holy shit.
Yo, I'm about to move. No, you were ignorant. No.
He wildin'. He wildin' 100%. He wildin'.
He's not a good person to walk around on camera. He's for the club, bro. Like, what are you gonna say? Like, nigga, I'm a real nigga. And what's crazy is he done fucked 18-year-old. Like, what the fuck?
It is different though these days, bro. Cause this was like, and this is gonna sound crazy, I already know, but it was, I feel like, socially acceptable 10 years ago. It's just this recent thing of like the internet's kind of done it with like, oh, you weird. You 22 talking to a 19-year-old? Like, I'm like, bro, that's a 3-year gap. Like, especially if the 22-year-old is like an entrepreneur and the 19-year-old is an entrepreneur, like, and they're both not in school. If they're in school, that might be a different thing because the 19-year-old is like what, like a freshman in college? And a 22-year-old is probably like a senior in college or a junior in college, you know? So it's like, I see it from that point of view, but even still then, they're both in college. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like the internet has gotten a bit weird with people who were previously considered okay. No, that's genuinely what I think.
You telling me she graduated high school yesterday? See, look, that's a real issue. Like, what are y'all saying? No, but you gotta realize.
Yeah, he changed the whole thing now. Shout out to Janky Rondo, but he changed the whole context of the situation, saying you graduated high school yesterday. That's not what he said. He said a 19 or a 20-year-old. He didn't say 8. Mel kind of said 18. I'm going Tati Chanel. Yes, of course. That was crazy.
18, no matter when it is, okay, still 18. So whether it's the beginning when she turned 18 or high school or at the end, she's still 18. So listen, what I'm telling you is there have been females, no bullshit, and this is the thing. I said that, but I say that to say I'm being real with myself, right? If there's a 19-year-old and I see her at the club, I think she look good. There are 19-year-olds that get in the club. She showed me her ID and she showed me she's 19. And she bad as hell, nigga. What? What?
So you gonna do this even at 30? You need to get killed.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that at 30. I'm 24 years old.
All right. When you turn 25?
November.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's fries, man.
And then listen, as I get older, my standards are gonna change. But I'm 24 years old. I'm 24.
I ain't gonna lie, he don't sound too crazy. It was points in this conversation he sounded insane. He don't sound too crazy saying this, bro. Like this, I feel like this some Twitter stuff. Now, like you said, 18, just graduated high school, crazy. You 24, that's crazy. In anything over 22, bro, you should not be even looking no really 21, to be honest. If you're 18 and you just graduated high school and you're 21, that's crazy, bro. To be honest. But yeah, 24 and 19, yeah, it's kind of wild. But I see what he's saying, bro. He say that ain't gonna be the standard forever.
There are niggas in college right now that play college football. They are fucking freshmen. What are you talking about?
But you gotta understand something, gang. At 24, though, you are a complete legal adult. You can buy alcohol, you can play the lottery, you can smoke cigarettes and all that. She just left geometry.
No, what y'all are saying,
at that point, you're touching kids.
I have set morals for myself. No. I'm not gonna talk to an 18-year-old. But I'm being completely honest. There are grown women in Atlanta right now with their own crib, their own car, that's not in college, that are grown ass women that are 19 years old. What the fuck? They are mature 19-year-old women. They are women. They're not girls.
Listen, that apartment shit ain't gonna work for me. No, all that says she got apartment does not mean that she's still not 18 years old. Wait. Listen, realistically, at my age, I'm not talking to nobody unless you're of the age to drink.
You have to talking. I'm saying fucking.
But I'm saying that's even. But you better talk.
No.
Mel wilding with that one. Look at Rondo. Mel wilding with that one. I ain't gonna hold you. He wilding.
You like, the way that you saying it, I ain't gonna lie. Like Jeffrey Epstein might be your cousin. Listen. No, you're related to Jeffrey Epstein.
He said he would be in a relationship.
But like, even fucking is worse.
I would. No, it's not.
Imagine you got. Hold on, wait. Imagine you just got done cracking and you like, damn, that was good. She's like, yeah, my 18th birthday was last week. Like, what? Yo, nigga, you're a report. You know how bad it was to take it out of proportion. You telling me your eyes want to come out your head like, what? All right, you know what? Ask a question. Have you hit an 18-year-old?
No.
19?
Yes.
At 24?
Oh, no. I had 18 when I was 23. No bullshit.
Nigga,
that's not crazy.
You said 18? She was 18?
No, I had 18 when I was 23. No bullshit.
Oh, no. Yeah, he was violent. He wilding, bro. 18, bro, 23, you old enough to be a college graduate. Nah, you 23, you wilding.
Nigga, that's not crazy, bro. Wait. Majority of relationships, their parents be 17 years apart. No, but mind you, hold on. We all men that sit at this table. It will be a dream come true. You 18, you just going to college. Dead ass. No,
you talking about us fucking older bitches?
Exactly.
Men, it's not gonna look the same.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying though.
But listen, you gotta understand. Women can be predators too. That's real shit. There's Jeffrey Epstein. A
woman is not a predator.
A woman's female version of Jeffrey Epstein.
You're talking about predators. See, that's where the conversation goes left. Because
let me tell you. Hold on, what you're saying, you're one line away, like you're one missed birthday away from being a friend at that point.
Okay.
lying. I ain't gonna lie, T-Bank spitting that real.
I'm serious. Like, bro, you hit. But listen, when you're 18,
having this conversation in front of the woman though is kind of like, it's got to be uncomfortable for them. They gotta act like they're not hearing them. They got the loudest conversation, and I know they definitely not listening to their own conversation because it's not as interesting as what they got going on. They got the cameras in their face. He acting like he don't see the cameras.
It doesn't matter when.
So that's when you make it weird. You're making it weird.
You're already weird.
No, that's not weird.
That's weird.
No, it's not.
I'm 25 and talk to an 18-year-old. Why can't you talk to him? Why you can't talk to him at your age? You can't. You can't pull girls your age.
I do.
Why can't you get something older? Older the berry, sweeter the juice.
Bro, I talk to women that's older than me. What are you talking about? I'm saying that I don't be like, oh, because you're 19, I'm not gonna. Huh?
Sure. You like to be light. Right. And they're like, kids, what are they? I'm sorry. I was like, don't get sensitive.
That is a wild joke. Like 19 ain't a kid, bro. It ain't a kid, but 24 and 19 makes sense. 24 and 18, you wildin'. 23 and 18, you wildin', in my opinion. I feel like 18 is wild because you just, you know what I'm saying? It's too close, bro.
That's weird. No, that's weird.
You the one. You're 20.
No, I'm saying I don't play about shit like that. Don't say that I like kids, bro. That's weird as fuck. Like,
hold on, Mel. Don't let the drink.
No, I'm not letting the drink get to me, nigga. That's weird. You just said I like kids. That's weird.
I'll say it again.
That's weird though.
But I'll say it again.
But that's weird.
Okay, but I'm saying I'll say it again.
No, I'm saying that's weird, my nigga.
But I'll say it again.
Like what?
But don't let the drink get to you.
I'm not letting the drink get into me. I'm saying what I was saying if I'm sober.
Oh, all right. What I'm saying, I'll say it again though. Oh, all right. Anyway, like I was saying. Don't get mad at me because I don't agree, nigga.
You just said that.
If you want to talk to if you want to listen, if you want to fuck an 18-year-old,
I never said that. I never said that.
I'm not fucking an 18-year-old.
Okay, so that's you
in this conversation.
If that's you, if you want
if
that's what you want to do, that's your dick. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Okay then, exactly, and that's what you be about. You be about, oh yeah, like fuck, get off my dick.
Brother, bro, we shouldn't be fighting, bro. We're black people. We're black men. Streaming. I love you, bro.
G-Banks is really active, bro.
Like, bro, why your heart racing, bro? What you about to swing on me, bro? We will be DMV Avengers.
About that shit.
You got the girls.
I'm saying I don't play about that shit, gang.
I apologize, bro. I apologize. Don't put me on brand risk number 45. Don't knock me out. I'm sure. Come on, bro. We're supposed to be DMV Avengers.
I'm saying it's certain shit I don't play about. I don't say I like kids, bro.
I apologize.
I say that shit.
I just, how you still trying to press this? So I should apologize.
I'm not.
See, then we get some man shit. Then we start getting something. Then you pressing. I just said apologize. I'm making a joke. I'm making it easier after 5 times. Then you keep going. That's what I'm saying too. I just tried to adapt you 5 times. I just apologized 5 times. Now I'm gonna start getting irritated because I just said my fault.
But
I just said my fault though. Okay. And I just said I'm trying to adapt you up. And I tried to make it smooth by trolling and making a joke, but you keep going.
I'm not going.
All right. So chill. I just say my fault. All right. I just said my fault 7 times. Don't try to perk off of the stream. I'm saying too. I'm not one of those streamers that get scared. What are you talking about? I'm saying I just applied this 18. Nigga, I was just quiet, and then you just said something crazy. So we good. All right, it's cool. Give me a hug. Come on, bro. Give me a hug. Bro, I swear, like this nigga. Come on, bro. Just chill. I shit my bad. It was a poorly take dose. I shit my fault.
Round up ready, step.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like T Banks, she was the one that was taking it. It didn't have to get, you know what I'm saying? It didn't have to, you know what I mean? That was an interesting conversation. Part of me feels like it's kind of good that T Banks had that conversation. Like, I feel like you see something that's kind of off, that's a little weird, you got to call folks out about it. You have 0 reasons to be, yeah. If you are north of 21, 22, can't even take him to a bar. Before y'all have this argument, check your parents' age gap. That's different than being 31 and, you know what I'm saying? Or, see, hold on now. Whatever, bro. They made the conversation bigger than what it should have been. And T Banks, he aggressive. I thought 18 was legal, bro. Why dude's trying to pull that card in front of the woman? T Banks lane for that. This topic is always done because the opposition will always try to make you look like a target, specifically fresh out of school girls. When in reality, once you hit 18, she going for the dude no matter how old he is. Like, she choosing just as much. Bro, 24, he's still young. They acting like he 30. It's not really that serious, and you can't bring it up. Like, you old enough to drink alcohol because in Europe you can. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's wild, bro. T-Bank's real. These dudes be grown, freshly 18. Yeah, 18 is crazy, bro. 18 is insane, in my opinion. Like, a 19, if you under the age of 25, 19, I could, you know what I'm saying? I could see that happen. Like what Mel was saying. But 18 is, If you over the age of, like I said, 21, 18 is crazy, bro. All right. Anyways. Whew, that was heavy. Max and Yay.
It's a dub. Hey, bro, W Kanye in the chat, though. I appreciate you. Yeah. Get that right. I'm jumping. My bad. Yay only. Thank you, bro.
That's crazy, bro. Yay in the building. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
What's the inspiration for the stage design in terms of the earth? I feel like that's just cool as hell.
Coming back, standing on top of the world after everything we've been through. To come back on top of the world.
Hell yeah. And I appreciate you feel me having me and all this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I fuck with you heavy, bro. You a legend.
I appreciate it.
Of course, bro. Love. But I would love, like, off camera, all this shit. Just
this man was playing Yachty. He playing that. Pardon me at the shit at the po. Pardon me at the shit at the po. Pardon me at the shit at the po.
Lock some in just to learn, bro. I just want to learn, bro. Get better, I swear, bro. That's all I want to do.
You know, he makes music. He makes music too. You got a song on 2K, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Grammy nominated. Oh shit! Congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, we're not gonna celebrate not winning though. No more. This is the last time we celebrate not winning. It's a nomination shit. I gotta stop it. All right, shake on that. We're not celebrating nomination.
Next time it's a dub. It's a dub. Hey, bro, W Kanye in the chat, though. I appreciate you. Yeah. Get that right.
They talking to that man like he a doctor or something. Like, you gotta speak to him like he a doctor.
Max is officially coming on tour with us to stream. I think we should do this at the next 3 stops in Europe. We're gonna be in Europe to June 13th. Could you do 2 weeks in Europe?
June 13th? Yeah. All right, so look, I gotta go to Summer Smash though. That's the only.
What day is that? 14th. 14th, you can go downtown. You leave in Europe June 12th. Yay birthday June 8th.
Well,
you wanna come stream the birthday? It's the last time I'm gonna ask you, my nigga. You think about it. Think about it off camera.
All right. Chat, this is the greatest 30-minute stream of all time, though, for real. Hey, dreams do come true though. But listen though, we keep working. We gotta keep working, bro. This don't mean shit if we don't keep working, bro. Remember that, bro. You gotta keep working, bro. On God.
I want to see the rest of the Ye shows the rest of the summer or not. Let me know.
No, Dad. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. 30 seconds.
It's a yes or no.
Bro, that's toxic.
It's a yes or no. Let me know. No.
I got brand deals and shit.
I want to hear your story.
Bro, you say you was gonna let me.
10 days to summer.
You say you was gonna let me sit with
I
it
changed
though.
my mind. You want to stream the rest of the Yeezy shows, the biggest artists, the biggest in the world. Or not?
Everyone say do it.
Yeah. Say no more.
We outside. Just tell me when.
Max is officially Yeezy now. You're officially Yeezy. So don't use the K letter. The K letter.
Yay.
The K letter is crazy. That's that man birth name. What are we doing? Most Def on there is crazy though. Most Def and Tony Williams. I gotta say what's up to Tony Williams. Trick on the vocals. He sings quite beautifully. Don't you agree? I said I know Most Def daughter made Now My Problem. Like y'all know I love Layla and everything like that. Like I know I use Now My Problem because it's like the most hip song, whatever, right? I know she made the TikTok song and everything like that. Because Gap Year, by the way, was the album of 2024. By the way, I always got to say that. Shout out to Liam, by the way. He carried the torch and he held that little, you know what I'm saying? As Layla working on the new music in the new album, Liam done carried that torch and he done filled all, you know what I'm saying, my void for all the Layla music that we missing right now, right? Shout out to Liam, shout out to Harlem, shout out to New York. But seeing Most Def on a Twitch stream, on a Playboy Max stream more specifically, it's crazy. And I gotta say what's up to Tony Williams. That's my cousin. On the vocals, he sings quite beautiful. We Major is insane. Anyways,
Make, help produce, etc. Music to make the world a better place. Like, that's the vibe. Who? Give me some people specifically I should study with. I've been listening to a lot of Marvin Gaye, but like, give me more people though.
Well, who I've been listening to a lot lately is a band called Love.
Love?
Yeah, it's a band called Love from the 60s. One of the greatest frontmen, Art Belief.
Yeah.
He was from Memphis, Tennessee, and the name of the album is Forever Changing. So he got a ton of shit. Black Beauty is another crazy album from Love. Out there, he got
Love
by Arthur, Love, Forever Changing, anything by Arthur Lee.
Yeah.
Funky. It's got range. He got country type vibes in there. He got super funky rock and roll riffs, great orchestration, great arrangement. Sugi Otis is another one who's super fire. The band WEE out of Ohio, you can fly on my airplane. That's where they got that. I know you're tired. That riff is from that album.
Okay.
So, but if you really want to know, it'll find. But like Charles Mingus, let my children hear music.
How do you listen to that and find your own voice in it?
That's it.
Your own expression. Okay. You know what? Every song, story, and topic has been told 1,000 times. It's only so many stories. But what your job is, how do you tell that same story in a way that has never been told before? That's when your own voice takes a part. Do you have enough confidence in your whole creative expression, your own voice? Finding and listening to all those people, those influences that he mentioned, but then finding your own voice and how to express it. Do you feel comfortable in doing
what you're
that?
listening to is people being authentic and being serious about what they do. Like John Coltrane said, take yourself serious, and there's a lot of fun to be had in taking yourself serious.
W Most Def for sure. W Tony Williams, W Yasin Bey. I want to say this, bro. Like what Most Def said, because I was crazy. Like I said, I was listening to Thriller today, and just like a lot of Michael's catalog, and majority of his career is literally just talking about relationships, love, woman, pursuing women, dating, courting, falling in love, falling out of love, heartbreak, all of these things. And he's doing it clean, all clean lyrics, nothing, and I think it's like such an obvious thing of like, why will there'll never be another Mike Jackson, because you have to be that big and have clean lyrics. Like clean lyrics takes you from here to there. Like the reason why Lil Nas X Old Town Road went up as much as it did, a large part of that was it was clean lyrics. There was no cussing in the song, you know. And for Mike to make it, like I said, an entire career off singing about love and romance and all these things without being extremely over the top, vulgar or profane, like, because you know I listened to I'm like 8 tracks in on the Lotto album, right? And first of all, I was like, dang, people kind of tripping. Like these first 2 songs is crazy. Like she's spitting. Like the second song was a single, and I really like just how it ride, everything like that. But the next 2 songs, I'm like, okay, I'm not really rocking with these. And I see what a lot of people are saying, where she is just rapping like in depth about you know, kind of her business in the bedroom. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a magic in just speaking about like the way you hold me. Dun, 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 dun. Like you're talking about like how warm a hug feels, how warm like the covers feel when the rain is hitting the, you know what I'm saying? If you can describe that, I think about Tyler Creator talking about, I just love rapping because I can, you know, instead of saying the grass on the with, I could talk about the blades that are stick out of the grass and the dirt and the green leaves and the green candy that sprouts out of. He said he could say basic things in such a unique way, and that's the creativity of writing. That's the creativity of music. That is the entire point of music. And so for Most Def to say that, that was just kind of like a reinforcement of that. I think that's the real challenge in music. And I think a lot of people skip that because they just go to hearing music on a surface level of like what they like to hear, and they just go with that. And it's like your stuff might not be connecting as much because you're not bringing anything back to Caleb Gordon. You're not bringing anything original to the table. Your job, the challenge as an artist, is to say something that has been said before, but just in a whole nother way. How can you twist that and make it something completely new and creative and stuff like that? And I think that's the beauty of music and the challenge of music, songwriting, to be specific. Okay, let me see. We got a couple more Yeezy clips.
Like with music right now, I feel like it's very divided. How do you think this should like come together more? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, my honest recommendation is that if you are artists in the world, do your homework about art.
oh, shit. Yeah.
Like that. But seriously, artists in general, but black artists particularly, need to do their homework about black art. Don't just study the game theory, study the history. And don't just study the history of the shit that you into. Study the history of great black artists. Whatever medium that they work in, not just music, you need to know the great painters, the great writers, the great architects. You need to understand history. Because
as you say, you want to learn.
You gotta know all of your elders left a key in there for all of us. So that's what I do my homework. I study the painters, I study all of the great musicians.
This man saw, yeah, he lost everything. He threw up the 5 for the for the screenshot. Max is stupid, boy. Next, let me see.
We here in 2026. You saw the hits, you saw the vibe, the energy, you know, and it's just the beginning. So like, yeah, I mean, this new Bully album, I think it's fantastic. I think it's important, and it's trending well, but it's gonna age even better.
Yeah.
So just keep up, but listen to the great people. To be great, listen to great people.
I appreciate you guys.
Likewise, man.
Thank you.
Continue success, man. Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm talking to Most Def, I would have asked him about some movies too, bro. Like, I seen this comment. It was like, my boyfriend, every time he saw a black dude in a movie, he used to just ask, "Is that Most Def?" Like, Most Def is so legendary, bro. Like, but I don't be thinking Max be knowing, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think he fully knows. Like, he knows more than, you know what I'm saying. Respect to Brody, because he's away and he's learning and stuff like that. He knows more than Kai, but he still doesn't know like enough. But I would say that because you got to give him a little grace, because Max is like 10 years younger than me. Yeah, Max is like 10 years younger than me, so you got to give him that grace. But Lareezy's that age, and Lareezy knows like darn near as much as me, you know. DDG saying he's retiring.
Another legendary run, and I'm gonna leave. So whenever you see me go on a run and I'm going stupid and I'm back averaging fucking 20, 50, whatever, just know the ending coming. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let you niggas miss me because y'all take me for granted. Y'all think I'm fast food. Y'all need to start treating me like Morton's Steakhouse. I want to be treated like Nobu. You feel me? You only come to me when you want to take a bad bitch out. You feel me? You trying to get your best fit out when you want to pull up to me. Y'all niggas pulling up to my shit in hoop shorts and drawers and shit. You feel me? Hoop shorts and dirty ass t-shirts. I'm gonna give y'all another.
This man right here, bro. Bro, he is a manipulator, bro.
Can I chill? Do y'all not know I'm a daddy? I'm a real life dad, active
Shut
dad.
that shit up, gang.
Who's that? I don't got. I swear to God on my life. How did you do that? Can I chill?
Hey yo, I want to give you guys the background on why I call this man like a manipulator or whatever and stuff like that. So this is the whole background behind this rant. Twitter got rid of Twitter communities, or they were supposed to earlier this week, right? On the last day of Twitter communities, DDG said, dang, I'm going to miss Twitter communities. So I'm going to open up the community to whoever want to say whatever was on their mind. I don't care, good or bad. It's the last day. I can't ban anybody. What I'm going to do? Mods, don't ban anybody from the community today. So everybody just started venting about what they don't like about DDG's content and how it could be better. He takes the stream and just vents the entire time and just yells at his supporters about how much they don't appreciate him. And yeah, so that's where this rant is coming from. But he ran it the whole time. All right, let me see. DDG went off on his chat. T.O. then went off on him.
What? Shut up, broke boy. Get your broke ass up. I had more money than you when I was on Sicko couch, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Chalk on the dick, nigga. That's all y'all niggas do is hold dick as grown ass men. Y'all niggas grown as hell holding dick in this bitch. Holding another nigga dick. This last day in the community. No more holding dick, huh? No more holding dick, huh? Who else got something to say? No more holding dick today, huh? This is the last day, dick suckers, dick liars. Fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Boy, y'all niggas.
So one of the reasons why people go off on T.O. is because he's a part of Capaholics, DDG's mansion group. And T.O., like a large part of the reason why he's in it is because he's DDG's cousin. He's been doing content with his cousin for a long time. Moved him out from Michigan to LA, the whole nine and stuff like that, right? So people on DDG's community, they complain about everybody else in Capaholics, not to Shay Frost or DDG. And they complain about all of them. They say, these boys lazy, they barely stream. When they do stream, all they do is smoke. All they do is gamble. They don't have nothing entertaining, nothing da-da-da-da. And so the last day is what T.O. decided to do to go off on the community. As you can see, the whole community, they was all fed up with them. And they said it's the last day. You can no longer do what y'all was doing. Another clip. It was a meme of the little kid that was playing. He thought he was playing a video game with his older brother, but the controller was unplugged. He said, "This how they do T.O. on tour." T.O. was opening for DDG on tour and stuff like that. But shout out T.O. man, keep striving, bro. So then after all of this, someone brought up an old Cinco clip. And Cinco, for those of y'all who don't know, he was supposed to be a member of Capaholics when they originally announced it. He got kicked out because he did a video where he was like, I don't like how the group is trying to make it seem like there's a leader in the group. We should all be equal teammates. That's what a team is. And he got kicked out the group after saying that. So apparently he said this in the time or whatever. He said they switch up on a gang when it gets sticky. Y'all know how it get. finish it. That young man is an imposter. I think that's when they were beefing.
Like it's not a real group, bro. Like that ain't real. Them ain't real. Like, and I'm not saying like speaking on as far as everybody individually. I'm just speaking as a group. That's not a real friend group, bro. That's not a real friend group. And you know the niggas, you know the person says something so crazy, all this crazy ass shit, like just devaluing nigga, discrediting nigga. You know what I'm saying? Telling nigga I wouldn't be shit and I can't make it without a nigga and nigga made you, nigga you drive this and this and that. You feel me? It's like, and then I'm like, man, I'm out this shit. I ain't finna argue with you, bro. You a kid, bro. You mentally a kid, nigga. Like our friend group was always based off of the ranks of popularity. Like last year I was at the bottom of the rank. If I put up to the club late, nigga tell me, nigga, it's over. Like you can't even get in the club. Like various times I try to leave our group chat, you know what I'm saying, and defuse the situation, you know, but like I said, the nigga felt like he was the program. He ran the program. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga kept adding me back and just turning a nigga down, like coming at a nigga in real disrespectful ways, talking to a nigga like a friend would never talk to. Then like, you know, the person came at a nigga very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Very childish, very immature. You know what I'm saying? Like turning a nigga down. Like it was to the point it wasn't about what I came about anymore. It was just some way deeper. You know. Overall, nigga said all this and that. I said I'm gonna lead a group. Nigga try to wave some money over my head, try to wave a gambling deal. Like, send a screenshot like, oh yeah, you finna lead a group. All right, bet I was finna bring this. If I was finna bring this here to y'all, send a little screenshot of some money. I told him, man, fuck that money. Fuck that nigga. That made me feel like you don't even know me even more. Cause like nigga, if you know me, you know I don't give a fuck about that. I thought going to the house, nigga, I'm finna make millions with my friends. The nigga told me, gang, put that shit aside, bro. Like, come on, please, bro, put that shit aside. Like, you could just like y'all gotta like each other. We gonna make more money, bro. It's business, bro. Like, think about the business, man. Fuck the business, bro. Fuck business, bro. That's not what I signed. If I was all about business, I'd rather be on my side. I'd be self-employed there, nigga. Literally, like I gotta go be on my own, nigga. I'd rather go make some shit on my own, bro. That's not what I stand for, bro. That's not what I'm about. Maybe you niggas consider like what y'all been doing, sitting around faking it with a nigga and only kicking it with a nigga because the nigga brings some type of benefit to a nigga life. But me, I can't do that for.
I can't say everything, but I can say this. I saw what Cinco is describing with the particular people he's talking about occur in an emotion in real time the last time I seen these folks. You guys saw how they treated me, and I'm just someone who interviewed DDG over the years. I'm not even someone who was actually, you know what I'm saying? But I saw how they treated folks, and I was like, okay, this how y'all treat folks? Okay, bet. Got it. A lot of respect was lost that time. A lot of respect was lost that time.
In real disrespectful ways, talking to a nigga like a friend.
At the end of the day, it's all about respect. You know what I'm saying? JoJo.
I drive a Rolls Royce to the grocery store to get Amazon cards for my fans. You think I give a fuck about what JoJo think? JoJo 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Fuck JoJo, nigga. The fuck? Fuck you, nigga. Where JoJo at? Fast track, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. The fuck is you? Fuck you. Fuck you. How many times I gotta say it? Fuck you, nigga. What you gonna do about it? Tweet? Nothing. I'm leaving the world. I don't care. I don't care. I don't.
Why he dissing?
I don't.
Bro.
Billionaire.
He really dissing his fans, bro. Yo, he doesn't realize that he is pushing more and more of his fans away after 2 years of doing this. How many fans you think you're gonna have left? It's honestly because you say it like you care. This is funny. You streaming a long time, bro. Bro, why is he dissing? How is he dissing his fans? Oh my goodness, bro. Props to Dean. Oh, that's how I know this is old.
Weeks ago, matter of fact, niggas clowning Dean the Great. Niggas talking about, oh, he got slapped, blah, 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 blah. Now, you there. You ain't talking about the shit no more. Niggas pulling up when the party lit every fucking time. And if you ain't watching Dean the Great, you're watching them on the motherfucking clips any goddamn way. Pulling up when the party lit. 3 weeks ago, matter of fact.
I ain't gonna. That's a fact. That's a fact. But he was just ranting about anything, boy. Want it? All right. Okay. All right. It's time to bring on Dan, cause we still have some more reactions, but we're gonna do them with Dan, man. So Dan, I hope you ready. Excuse me. Come on, Dan. But this man dissing his own fans, bro. That's hilarious, dog. All right, here we go. Danny's in the building. Damn, what's down?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I can't call it. You ready for these reactions?
Oh my gosh, yes. I still can't believe that video that you showed earlier. I was like,
the age when you said we got to get on there and talk about it, I was like, oh no.
I was like, bro, I agree with you though. What you said. 24 and 19. Yeah. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I'm like, in 19, if you're under 25, I feel like okay, that kind of makes sense. 18. Anything 21 and over,
yeah,
you can't. 18 is crazy because 18 you could still be in high school. Forget graduation, you could still be in high school at 18.
Yep, I agree.
So that's crazy
stuff.
All right, here we go. Let's get into this. Now this went super viral. This was one of the viral moments earlier in the week.
Oh, what did Ray do this time?
Because, bro, you said that's regular, so you go through the day with not eating. It's not about taking shit from people, gang. And I'm gonna tell you that from right now, gang. I said that. Why you acting like you Ray? You stop doing that, gang. You are blessed. We are blessed, gang. I'm not dead ass, bro. That's not cool. We are blessed. We gotta act like it. Nah, bro, what I'm saying though, bro. Like, come on, bro. Bro. Nah. Oh, just aside, bro. Oh, like, nah.
You right, Punga. That's facts. But I'm still paying for my own food though. I love Ray. Nah, I got you to the crib. Bro, just order something, gang. Nah, I got you to the crib. Bro, you a real nigga though, bro. Appreciate it.
They said, which was the caption to be?
See, that's not.
Nah, no, that's not. No, that's real shit though. Why didn't play with you, Booga? Niggas said, what do you want the caption to be? Nah, why? They said, what do you want the caption to be? For the clip.
Y'all think everything is a joke, though, bro. Like, nah, dead ass, though, gang. I move off from principles and morals, gang.
All right, so can you pay for my food?
Nah, fuck you.
Wow, now he's going to pay. You got money, nigga. I thought it's blessed.
Yo, Matt, you blessed, but you got money.
So bless me.
You making what niggas make never in their lifetime.
I will say this. Because I saw the caption, I saw all the talk, and everybody was on Punga's side. Shout out Punga, friend of the channel, by the way. I will say this. If this is Ray's cameraman, I remember a time where Ray or somebody said how much his cameraman is making. His cameraman's making like $70,000, $80,000 a year. If you making $70,000, $80,000 a year and they out eating seafood or whatever, that joker can pay for his own food. To be, isn't that like, because let me see the caption. Is it cameraman? Not being able to pay for food. Oh, no. It said it was his friend. Oh, okay. If it was his friend and not the cameraman, yeah. If it wants someone who worked for him, who he pays, if it's just a friend, no. You got to pay for the friend. If you're rich, you have to pay for the friend if you're rich, bro.
Yeah.
You have to pay for the friend. What do you think, Dan? But before we get into the rest of this, because there's more clips from this.
Yeah, I just want to say, what the heck was Ray eating? That looked like a freaking lobster or something.
Yeah, it was a crab leg. It looked like,
bro, a crab leg. That's how you eat a crab leg?
He didn't crack it open. It was like he was just kind of like eating the top of it.
You got it. No, there are better ways to eat crab legs than that. Oh my god!
You got to crack the legs open.
You got to crack them open. You can't just eat it like sushi. You can't do that.
Little meat at the top. Yeah, you gotta
crack it like that.
Yeah, but it's funny because I remember Ray. He was like, yeah, Atlanta born, and it's like, where you go? And it's like, pretty much I just eat Chick-fil-A and American Deli every day. I'm like, that's why I was born. You ain't even doing like real Atlanta stuff.
Man.
Because they not teaching him. Because they not from Atlanta. These dudes from New York. Anyways.
Yeah.
Next scene. Here's Ray's reaction.
I want to say what I want to say, bro. I want to be real, bro. I'm not trying to do all that fucking acting shit, bro. Like, if I don't want to pay for your shit, I'm not gonna pay for your shit, bro. It's that easy, bro. Bro, at the end of the day, this is my money, bro. At the end of the day, I control my money, bro. I don't give a fuck. If I don't want to pay for your food, I'm not gonna pay this, bro. I'm not paying for nobody's food, bro. I've been like this, bro. Bro, you can ask my mom, bro. I feel like I got that shit from my mom, bro. My mom is cheap as fuck. I feel like I got a DNA from my mom. That's why I'm this cheap. I gotta do that shit, bro. I'm a kid, but I do got peer pressure, bro. And till this day, I still think I shouldn't pay for that shit. I'm gonna fuck. But if I gotta pay for Kai's food or some shit, bro, I'll pay for his food, bro. Like, for me, that's Kai. That's Kai, bro. But like, bro, those people are not Kai, bro. You feel me? I want to say what I want to say, bro. I want to be real.
Nah. I can't go with that, bro. I feel like if you have enough money to go out to eat and you have enough money to pay for somebody on an occasion, it's different if you got to pay for the whole table. Excuse me, and everybody expect you to pay for the whole bill because you're the richest person at the table. That's different. Because you can't do that. That's how you go broke. Paying for everybody's meal at the table every single time, $1,500 bill every time you go out to eat. That's stupid. Yeah. But paying for one other person's meal, and they sitting there, they're the only person at the table with nothing to eat. No, pay the little $30, $20, $30 for it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're making $100,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is $20 to you, bro? If you're making $100,000 a month.
What the heck, Ray? Send me some. Send me some, Ray. I need that. Send me some.
I mean, he already told you. He cheap. He ain't going to send you nothing, Dan. He said, I stand on that. So then Ray said this. He said, there was one time I paid for everybody's food and somebody just clipped with his voice, this is just a hate farm.
Oh, wow.
No, I ain't no like this hate farm. You said what you said, and then you got criticized for it, and you stood on it. You said, oh, yeah, I ain't paying for his food. That's what you said. All right, Neon.
Fuck him. Man, fuck you. You fucking pussy. Now I'm seeing clips of you, and people are seeing the real you. You fucking piece of shit. You can't even pay for your friend's fucking fan when you stick him in a room. You asshole. After everything was given to you, handed to you on a silver platter. You piece of shit. You couldn't pay for your friend's fan, a few $100. You want to be stingy when you're making money? You're a piece of shit. You're a dick. Go fuck yourself, kid. No one likes you. Tony, fuck him.
Hey, he's getting real.
Oh,
he's getting the beef continues, bro.
Oh man, Neon and Ray got beef. Oh my god,
continues, bro.
Oh man. At some point, they're gonna do that little fight that they were gonna be doing. That little box match. They need to throw down.
Yeah. That's the fight that people want to see. Ray and Neon. That's the fight they want to see.
I want to see it too. If we got to go live to see that fight, we'll do it. Come on,
for sure. All right, this is the last thing, Dan, or the last reaction.
Ooh.
And guess who it is?
Oh.
Fabio.
I figured.
Now, the last time I reacted to Fabio, it got copyrighted. I guess Fabio copyrights his segments now on TikTok Live. Mm-hmm. But if it gets copyrighted, I just won't post it. But here we go, Fabio talking about Jafar.
Jafar sung with the tracks and did amazing. No, he did not sing. He did not sing at all. He had a couple of moments, and people think that he was singing. Are you kidding me? Touch me. This here was just forced. This was completely forced.
Here we go. Fabio, you'll never be related to Michael Jackson. You aren't Michael Jackson, Fabio. Jafar Jackson regardless how you feel about his performance, he will forever be Michael Jackson's nephew. And he performed Michael Jackson better than you dedicated your entire life to try to perform and imitate Michael Jackson. Respect Jafar Jackson. Sensational job, Jafar Jackson, on the movie. Congratulations on all your success after the movie and the public's reception to it. My issues with the movie had nothing to do with your actual performance. So salute to Jafar.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy stuff. Woo.
You want to disrespect his family and everything like that because you think you're Michael Jackson? Buddy, let me tell you, you don't have an ounce of an eighth or a 0.08% of Michael Jackson's talent, buddy. Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer to ever live across any form of entertainment, ever. He's the second most famous human in human history behind Jesus Christ. This is a fact. Don't disrespect and act like you could be Michael Jackson because one person on TikTok Live told you that you look like Michael Jackson. You'll never be Michael Jackson, no matter how hard you try. Jafar will be more Michael Jackson than you'll ever be because he was born with it. You gotta leave that man family alone.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I had to say. Because some people get it twisted.
Yeah.
They think they get a couple followers, they go viral a couple times. Kanye West put them in a music video. They think they're Michael Jackson. You're not Michael Jackson, buddy. You're Fabio, whatever your real name is, because your last name probably ain't Jackson.
Yeah.
You're not Michael Jackson, gang.
Nah. I will say this. I was just listening to a Michael Jackson song over the weekend. Oh my gosh. Papa Dan had to try to do the moonwalk, bro. Oh my gosh. Dude was trying to do the moonwalk so bad. He almost fell. I said, bro, don't do that.
Hey man, Papa Dan was just feeling the groove, man. You can't help it when you hear Michael Jackson, man.
No, I know. Michael Jackson was the truth, man. He's true.
The guy. And Fabio, you out of pocket, bro. That's it. But Dan, what's up, bro? What's up?
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the sports world right now. Obviously, you got the Spurs beating the Thunder in Game 7. I have some things about the Thunder. I really do. This was a team that was supposed to be going back, win the finals back to back. That's was what we were talking about. And you let SGA do all the ball hogging, and there's no secondary player when J-Dub went out. Bro, Caruso's not a secondary ball maker. He's a backup player. You know who didn't step up in that series? Chet. Chet was the one that needed to step up. You know what he did? He acted like a stop sign. Bro got ran over by Victor Wembanyama. Chet Holmgren's like 7'2", and Wembanyama's 7'5". Like, what the heck? That's supposed to be a matchup for the ages. And Chet was acting like a stop sign. Like, he just got out of the way. Come on, bro. You can't do that. But in other news, I mean, congratulations to the Spurs. It's the first time that the Knicks and the Spurs are meeting in the finals since, I believe it was 1999 or 1973, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. 1999. That's pretty wild. There's a lot of storylines going into this matchup. Obviously, Cat versus Wemby. I think that's going to be a fun matchup. Jalen Brunson versus De'Aaron Fox. I think that's going to be a good one. The biggest X factor is going to be OG Anunoby. I think OG is going to have a very good series. No matter, I think whoever he's going to be on, he's going to be the best defender he can be. I don't think Josh Hart is going to guard Wemby, because if he's on Wemby, Wemby's going to run all over him. I'm sorry, but I think the Knicks got this series in 6 games. I say Knicks in 6.
I got Wemby getting his first one this year, man. I got Wemby getting his first one.
Ooh.
I think it's probably gonna go 7.
Ooh.
7. But I got Wemby getting his first one. My whole prediction since probably like the second round was that Wemby was gonna win his first one this year.
Yeah.
Especially after game 1 of the conference finals, where Wemby just like hit the logo shot and blocked 8 shots and was yelling at the crowd and stared at the bench and all that on the road. Like, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna win this year. But I think as a result of it, a team is gonna take a Damar too high in the draft just because they feel like they're gonna need a tall guy.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily, you need a good tall guy. In fact, you need a great tall guy. Getting just a tall guy just because he's tall is not the answer for Wemby, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You saw, like you said, you just gave your rant on Chet. Like, if the guy doesn't show any type of like signs of like having that dog and not being scared of anybody, and is shown relentless rim protection, but also athleticism and just generational talent at that size, then you draft him. If he's just a tall guy who can pass the ball sometimes, I don't know if that's necessarily it. That's how I felt about a Damar, bro. What else do I want to say? But yeah, I have the Spurs winning this one.
I could see it going 7. I could definitely see it, but I just think when you look at the Knicks' energy throughout these playoffs, it seems like they're playing with a purpose. It's almost like they're going into these playoffs and saying, we know what's ahead of us. We know what we're capable of. We just got to go out there and do it. I feel like Mike Brown is doing the right thing. I feel like he's leading this team in the right direction. I think Jalen Brunson wants to win one so bad because knowing that he almost came to winning one with us and with the Mavericks and everything. I think Cat wants to win one because, he's been in Minnesota for all those years. He didn't win one there. So obviously the New York Knicks are going to be a very high entertained powered team, but the question is going to be defense. And I feel like their defense has been okay for the most part, but I don't think they're elite. Their offense is good, but their defense is not elite. So I do think that with the Spurs being a young team, I think it's going to be a challenge for the Spurs, but I do think that there's going to be some games where the San Antonio is going to win a couple of them. If Wemby is going to be on Cat is going to have kind of a little bit of an advantage, but both big men can shoot from beyond the arc. But at the same time, Wemby is 7'5". Cat's only like 6'10", 6'11", something like that. But his arm length. Yeah. So his arm length right here, he's got to be able to reach up and block Wemby's shot. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. So I do think that it's going to come down to defense for both of these teams, I think.
I'm looking at Stephon Castle because there was a couple times where Dylan Harper in that Game 7 had to hold him back and just keep his in check. Stephon Castle's a hothead, and the Knicks play a physical brand of basketball. They always have.
Yeah.
As soon as Josh Hart grabs your jersey and OG pushes you around, or Mitchell Robinson meets you, if he's back on the court, he meets you at the rim and he kind of gives you an elbow on the rib cage, how will you respond? Because if you lose your temperature and you lose your cool, the Spurs lose like their arguably their best perimeter defender. And Carter Bryant, I think he looks like more so a rookie as opposed to Dylan Harper, who looks like he's been in the NBA for 5 years.
Yeah.
Harper looks right, but Carter Bryant looks like the actual rookie because he is a rookie too.
Yeah.
So I think, you're putting too much on Carter Bryant if Castle fouls. You know what I'm saying? I just think there's just too much riding for him to get ejected from one of these games. Mm-hmm. And I think the writing's on the wall for him to get ejected from a game and get suspended from a game.
Yeah.
And you think a la Draymond Green, 2016 NBA Finals, where the Cavs came back down 3-1. But in reality, it was they were up 3-1. They were down 3-1. Draymond kicked the dude in the balls.
Yeah.
He gets ejected. So Cavs come back, win that game. They come back and win the game where Draymond's not playing. And now all of a sudden it's 3-3.
Yeah.
And then they win Game 7. So people don't really tell the story from that. They just say the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. It's things like that that can shift the series.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I'm looking at as an X factor on the Spurs side of Kansas.
You don't think De'Aaron Fox would have an advantage? I mean, he could be a secondary option too if Wemby does get like double team or triple team or something like that. You think De'Aaron Fox would make sense, like a secondary option?
Well, Fox hasn't played well most of the playoffs and stuff like that. Game 7, obviously, he showed up. and he said, just trust in his work, it's eventually going to fall. He gave that cliche. But, if he plays like Sacramento De'Aaron Fox or Game 7 De'Aaron Fox that we just saw in the conference finals, then I definitely think they should be good. But Stephon Castle, he's their best perimeter defender. So you talk about defense, with New York, you got to try to stop on the perimeter either Josh Hart, you got
or Jalen Brunson,
Bridges, you got to try to stop OG, or you might, like you said, get switched onto Jalen Brunson. You got to be able to stop. Those are 4 very, very serious scoring threats that you have to kind of, keep count of over there in the New York lineup. So to lose Stephon Castle, your best perimeter defender, like that's just a tough blow.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing for going into this series, I do think that this is going to be a physical matchup as well. I do think that when you look at this series and look at the parameters of it, I just think the Knicks have a little bit on their side for some reason. I don't know why, because they haven't even been to the finals since 1999. The Spurs have been to the finals before, and I think they've won one with Parker and Duncan and Ginobili. And
they won 5.
They won 5. Yeah. So, but at the same time, though, I feel like that the Knicks probably want this more. But I wouldn't be. It wouldn't shock me if San Antonio goes into New York and just says, hey, we're the new kids in the block. We're going to show up and show out. But I think when they go to the Garden, though, that place is going to be loud. I don't know how the Spurs are going to be able to go in there and steal one. Because if they steal one in New York, it could be a big key factor in this series.
I mean, but they don't have to. They have home court.
Yeah, they do.
Spurs have home court, so they don't even have to win one in the Garden. Yeah. Oh, well, just for the specifics, I think Tony Parker only has 4 because he got drafted like 03. Ginobili got drafted 02. I think Parker and Ginobili got drafted 02. And so they have 4. But Tim Duncan, he was there in 99. So he has 5. He has all 5 that Pop has. So shout out Pop as well. It's going to be something because like you said with the young kids, but I mean, like you said with the Knicks, like they also have not been in this position. Both of these teams have never been in the finals.
They've never been.
I think that's where you have kind of like almost an even playing field, in my opinion. And go from there, just toss the ball up and see where the chips might lie.
Yeah. Well, let's just see if Cat can play defense. That's the biggest thing because I feel like when you look at Cat and his career, I mean, he's not been a really good defensive player in his career, which he was supposed to be coming out of I think it was Kentucky or Duke for Cat.
Kentucky.
I think it was Kentucky, yeah. So coming out of Kentucky, he was supposed to be a defensive guy, but ever since his career, he just hasn't been that defensive player. I want to see the matchup of Cat and Wemby. I think that's the biggest point. Because if Cat can play defense against Wemby, that's huge. That's huge. Because Wemby is big. He's tall.
No, 100%. And the Knicks, they won in the regular season against the Spurs. They split the regular season series, and then they won the NBA Cup championship. But you remember that Wemby, like his grandma died that day. So he was crying.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
So, you kind of take that with a grain of salt. But I do think it accounts for something that the Knicks beat them multiple times this year.
Yeah.
So, it should be a good series. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm glad that it's fresh blood, 2 new teams, back-to-back years in the NBA where we've had 2 new teams. And I'm looking forward to also just seeing OKC versus the Spurs for the next several years in the Western Conference playoffs and the finals.
Yeah.
You look at a team like the Nuggets and you look at the Timberwolves. Will they ever be able to break through that cycle and kind of sneak a championship in, or for Denver in the meantime? We don't know. We'll just have to see. But I think for the most part, OKC and San Antonio has it down locked.
Yeah, I agree. But as far as other news around in the sports league, you got NFL OTA starting this week, obviously, there's some news around the Cowboys as well. Obviously, we get to see Caleb Downs on the field at the Star, so we get to see how he performs and where he's going to be positioned at. I do think that looking into the NFL, Patrick Mahomes is coming off of his ACL, which is going to be very interesting to see because when you're coming off of an ACL tear, it's always going to be that first contact. And the thing is that when you're touching that field and when you're pressing off, that's going to be the biggest thing. And I do think that Patrick is going to be able to see how he's going to be able to compete because remember, this could be Kelsey's last year in Kansas City as well. This could be it for him. If he gets married or whatnot, well, they're fixing to be engaged. So I do think that Travis probably has one more year left in him. I think Patrick's probably got maybe at least 3 to 4 years at best. I do think that Patrick is going to be able to get the best out of him. But I do
you think Patrick's going to retire early?
I don't know. I mean, if you look at his ACL, if you look at, he's coming off of the ACL tear, when you're in your, when you go into your early 30s, when you're coming off the ACL, it's always that first contact. And I don't know how he's going to be able to go off, how he's going to go onto the field and energize, stuff like that. But
didn't Brady tear his ACL?
Well, Brady, I think he did. I feel like that I feel like Brady did, but I'm not sure. But I know that Odell Beckham tore his ACL twice. And look at what Odell's doing. He's looking for a job right now. He's looking for a job right now.
Yeah, Brady did tear his ACL in 2008.
Yes.
I remember when he missed the entire season. It was an ACL. So Brady tore his ACL and he was out for and he played till 45. So that's why I'm like I don't know if Mahomes is going to retire before 40. I don't see it personally.
Mm-hmm.
But,
right.
You just never know with people. He might just do it just because he's all the pain he's suffering behind the scenes, So.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing. I do feel like that when you look into OTAs and everything like that, there's a lot of storylines going into it because the AJ Brown saga. Will he or won't he get traded? Because everybody's like, oh, he's going to New England. And you think New England has any chance of getting AJ. I'm like, but if they get AJ, how is Drake May going to get him the ball? How is he going to get him the ball? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I think that the AJ Brown, like Jalen Hurts, I was about to call him Jalen Brunson. Remember that era where Russell Westbrook and Russell Wilson were both at the top of their games in the NFL and the NBA, and people constantly kept calling them one another on TV. And if Russell Westbrook can throw, if Russell Wilson can throw, they kept doing it. I was just about to do that with Jalen Hurts and Jalen Brunson. Yeah. But I'm saying all this to say him and AJ breaking up, them kind of throwing shots at each other or being quiet. Jalen Hurts is supposed to be the mature, quiet guy, and he's been kind of dissing AJ, but it's kind of just nasty to see. I'm just ready for that chapter to end, man, and for him to go to wherever he's going to go to and start that new chapter.
Yeah. I think getting Mekhi Lemon probably means that AJ's gone anyway. It just feels like it's
yeah. He's for sure gone just because of beyond even just that Mekhi Lemon pick in the first round. Beyond that, just the fact that your quarterback doesn't like him anymore. And who are you going to go with? The quarterback or the wide receiver? Unless you're Antonio Brown in his prime, Julio Jones in his prime, Terrell Owens in some cases, and the quarterback's Jeff Garcia. Folks is not about to pick the wide receiver over the quarterback. They don't pick the quarterback every single time.
Exactly.
Philadelphia loves Jalen Hurts. He's clean cut, known as a community family man. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
With that, nobody is gonna leave Jalen Hurts or move Jalen Hurts in favor of AJ Brown. Joker, you not even a Philadelphia. You got traded from Tennessee. You an outsider.
Yep.
You're not one of us for real. So he's out of here.
Yeah, and Devontae Smith is going to have to step up too. I mean, we all know that Devontae is a good player as well. You have him, you got Mekhi Lemon, you got Hollywood Brown, you got some other dudes that can play the position. Dallas Goedert, he can play He can play wide receiver if you need to, but he's tight end, wide receiver, stuff like that. But I do think that the Eagles are in an interesting position, let's just say, because, you know, they're saying Cooper DeJean is going to be playing safety this year. You know, that's a big thing.
Yeah, no, that should be interesting to see on the defensive side of the ball. White boy, of course, Cooper DeJean. One of your people from your pod was like outed as a Browns fan, they said.
Oh, yes. You saw that too. I was like, dude, he was calling so much trash about the Cowboys. And then my boy, you know, my boy Lloyd, he was saying to him, he said, bruh, you a Browns fan? I'm like, dude, that's stupid. That's crazy stuff, bro. That's crazy. Oh, man.
He's a Browns fan. Watch where she took accountability. So she averages. Oh, people are commenting on the. They're commenting on the Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah, I saw that video. That was pretty insane.
Yeah. It's
man.
those folks. It was just something. It was something that everybody else was saying, but I just did it because it was on my mind, and I wanted to start doing a little more like off-stream videos and stuff. But yeah, here's one where Kid Cowboy reveals he's a
no. I thought he was always a Cowboys fan, but he was talking about Dak today. I was kind of like, oh,
no, baby, he is a Cleveland Browns fan. This is facts. He is a Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, he's
baby.
told us. Yeah.
Cleveland Browns. Look. Cleveland fucking Browns. He got the nerve.
He got exposed. He got
He
exposed.
did.
How they expose that man like that? Any other storylines from OTAs that you want to shout out right now, Dan? Before we
as far as the Cowboys go, I know June 1st cuts is just around the corner. I know there's going to be some players that are probably going to be cut on some people's roster.
It's June 1st today.
Yeah, June 1st is today. Yep. I'm actually looking at Jordan Brooks from the Dolphins. I feel like he's going to be gone. There's not a cell in my brain that says he's staying, because I feel like that Jordan Brooks needs to be on a winning team, and I feel like Dallas is the best spot for him, because I know for a fact the Cowboys wanted to go get Jordan Brooks too. They even had conversations with Miami to go get him, but I think Miami wanted like a third round pick or higher for him, and I'm like, what? He's not worth a third round pick. What are you talking about? I'm just like, what are we doing? I'd rather give him up, like, if I had to guess, I'd probably give him up like maybe a second for this year, and then maybe a future fourth for next year. I mean, for 28, that's not the end of the world, because we don't do well with second round picks anyway. So I think Jordan Brooks should be a Cowboy, but as far as that goes, nothing really too important. Just that a lot of teams just trying to get ready stuff for the preseason, because preseason is going to be all about the backup players and who wins a spot on the roster. But I'm just excited that football season is coming back soon. So,
yeah, Dan, did you see the last Birds and Buckets episode where Malik said that you look like Auntie Salah?
Oh, really? I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, so that's what Malik said the last episode. He said you look like the Atlanta Hawks general manager.
Oh, man. Shout out to my boy Malik, man. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Oh, man. Man, shout out to him, man. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I was like, man, that's a good look for man.
Yeah. Come on now.
That's pretty good.
Come on now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, Dan, let's get out of here, man. Let's wrap it up. I'm tired, bro. It's been a 2.5 hour stream.
Oh man, I'm ready if you are, because I'm saving the song of the night for the next one.
All right, cool. Next one then. You said that last time.
I said that last time, but I had a very, very good one. But we were just talking about the NBA Finals. I'm like, dang.
Okay. All right. Next time.
Let's do that.
All right, let's do it. Let's wrap it up, man. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is Dan the Man. This is Rashad and Dan Show. As always, man, this is the Road 10K subs. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and follow along because we are live on this channel each and every single day. Or no, not live, but live or posting original content. I have to say that because I haven't been going live every day. But we've been posting original content each and every single day on this channel for the past 453 days. And as always, everybody watching, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. And with that being said, I'm Rashad. This is Dan. We will see you next.
Why you
Anyway.
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.